As a veteran and retired military attorney, I've successfully defended lifelong benefits and helped preserve professional futures. So I know that when you hire a military justice lawyer, you maximize your chance to get relief. With my unique experience, I can advocate for you because there's no military matter that's too big or too small. Let us help you make these critical decisions that could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
WKGN 1340, go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock on a Monday afternoon edition of the show. Hope you had a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in today. Full house in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Walker's back. Bob and Bear here as well. How you doing, Walker? I don't think I said hi to you out there. You doing good?
I'm doing good. I'm recovered from a great weekend.
Yeah?
Ready
Got your brother married?
Yep. Got it. Finally got him married.
How'd the best man speech go? I know you were
everything
nervous.
went great. I think I did pretty good. We had like 14 speeches that night, and everyone was good.
So you don't have to apologize to the bride like I did.
I would have come down with something, Bob.
I might be exaggerating, but it was at least 10.
As a guest?
Oh, that'd be like
how long did that take?
Not long, because we told everyone that gave a speech knew that they had to keep it 2.5 to 3 minutes. Like no one went longer than 5. The only person that did was my mom, who spoke last, who made the whole room cry, and that's just it was perfect. It genuinely was the most perfect wedding we could have asked for.
Oh, good.
You cried?
How long you give it?
Forever.
Really?
Forever.
I mean, if he's smart, he won't mess it up.
Forever and ever and ever.
Forever.
Right.
Happily ever after.
Love that.
Just glad I wasn't there.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Baskerville put a
to be honest with you, Bob, I'm kind of right there with you. I would have slipped out.
Because, I'm just doing the math. Even if there were 10, you
talking 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sitting.
Well,
and your mom speaking should be that's it's kind of like CMA awards or something from the standpoint that's like the main act.
Yeah. Do you have an orchestra there to play people off once they've gotten about 2.5 minutes in?
I'm sure he's going to play his own.
We weren't playing people off, but they did the smart thing.
The executive producer hit the music.
They did the smart thing, and they waited for everyone to get their food and make sure everyone had enough, got all their drinks and everything, so that they didn't have to serve during speeches and all that stuff. So it was good. It was planned out.
I mean, did you have a funkle that got up there and a little tipsy? I mean, try to go over a little too much. Had to put the hook on.
Did anybody get overserved? Anybody make a fool of themselves?
Everyone was overserved, but there wasn't anything. Yeah, it was.
Bears back in.
It was
just like that.
The best. I think the funniest one and the one that got the most people this is happening right now is the bride Lexi. Her older brother. Did a 3-minute speech of just urology jokes because she's a urologist. She's the first ever.
Call me crazy, but it's a person who's seen a urologist. It's not a lot of fun. Find a lot of humor in urology.
Well, he made at least 10 urology jokes.
Female urologist.
Yep,
huh?
first ever woman accepted into UT's urology program.
Sounds fascinating.
Boys Town. I don't know how I feel about that.
No way, man. I don't know.
What are you going to do if you walk in there and it's a woman? You're just going to walk out?
Well, number one, I've met your now sister-in-law one time, but I did meet her. So you meet somebody socially, and like 6 months later you're in the office, and those gloves snap, pop.
You ever been to the urologist, Bob?
No, I've not.
Really?
No.
Oh, even I've been there.
I made it to like a month right after the Masters. I had that incident on that Sunday evening.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes it's good to know that they're out there.
Yeah,
you can't just leave that hanging.
What's that incident?
I had an infection, and
okay.
First time in my life.
Wow.
Had to go to the ER.
Yeah.
Yeah, I consulted Dr. Smith, and not the Dr. Smith that actually went to medical school.
Something wrong with your boys down there. Get to the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Get
it
to
was
the
a
doc.
whole thing.
Yeah. I didn't know it was an infection. Get by antibiotics for that?
Yeah.
Cleared up. Doing all right now?
Such a wide-ranging, scope of
we don't like to
so
keep
far.
secrets between ourselves and the audience. We like the audience to know a little bit about the hosts here on the show. Gives it some intimacy.
We are 5 minutes into the show, and already on the live chat, somebody's asked when's the new guy's next day off.
Wednesday.
Wow.
As you giggle, I mean, you serious?
I have to
For
work.
the love of God.
I have to work a game Wednesday, so I won't be here Wednesday.
Bob, for the first time, I think, feels really threatened.
I'm not threatened
For
at all.
his-
You know what?
I feel vindicated, actually.
Bob's looked in his rear view mirror, and Walker's coming up in a black car with the number 3 on the hood.
In his rear view mirror, I mean, Bob's losing sight of Walker on the distance. He can't see him anymore.
I'm getting that little deep, deep, where you have blind spot because he's right there.
No,
I'm not going to catch
He's way ahead of you right now.
He'll pass me in due time, and then
that's
he'll
true.
be laps ahead.
It's a long summer. That's a fair point.
Ryan Shumpert, Rocky Top Insider, coming up here in just a few minutes. We will break down some Tennessee baseball stuff with him. The big story of the day, Brendan Sorsby found a judge that works for him, I guess.
Literally?
That way he
works for the billionaire, basically.
turned his banishment from the game into a 2-game suspension, and apparently you can gamble on your team now and still play college football.
I mean, we've sold our souls for rock and roll on this deal. This is incredible. I mean, we're fighting for the very soul of the sport at this point. If this kid actually gets to play, this is it for me. It's a Rubicon. The event.
Hold on.
Wow.
This is it
Got
for
any
you.
more buzzy terms you can throw out there?
I might be able to, Bobby.
Buzzwords.
What does that mean?
Maginot Line.
This is it for you. You're just not going to pay attention to it. You're not going to follow the sport of college
Where do we
football?
go from it? You've got a guy that is more of a degenerate gambler than David Scavino off The Sopranos.
Who?
David Scavino, they did the bust out.
The guy who owned the sporting goods store?
Yeah.
Okay, please continue.
So, I mean, he's a degenerate gambler. He bet on his own team, Russ.
Wow.
Banish him.
I'm not. Yeah. I mean, it's a sad day. I even posted something saying whatever the NCAA does next, they should understand this is becoming existential for them. I mean, they're getting their lunch fed to them, and I don't have any faith they're going to be able to do anything to change it.
Well, they can't do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, they've already waved the white flag. I saw the statement from, Charlie Baker?
Yeah.
Basically said there's no more glaring reason that college athletics needs congressional intervention than this right here. Basically saying, look, we can't do anything. I mean, this is the court of law has said this. Like we don't have jurisdiction over the court of law. They've given him an injunction. He can play there. What are we going to do to stop it? Unless we change the law, there's nothing that we can do. I actually feel for the NCAA in this instance because
I do too.
They've been rendered powerless to stop it.
I mean, there are rules in place for this. They're just choosing not to follow them and going to court to get out of jail free card.
More importantly, we got a statement from Cody Campbell, the Texas Tech billionaire booster.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he has the best interest of the sport at heart here.
Isn't he the point person for the save?
Yeah, he is. He's one of them. But his quote here was, "This unfortunate situation is the outcome of a broken system. I'm doing everything I can to fix it." Right. But until there's a permanent solution, Texas Tech and its student athletes have to do the best they can to navigate and compete amid the chaos that exists in the reality of the world we live in.
I mean, here's
can I have some Thousand Island on that word salad?
Well, he didn't use Event Horizon or Rubicon like my guy back there in the Peaver.
Well, I mean, here's a thought, guy. Maybe if you want to fix something, tell the school you're the mega booster of. Sorry, we broke the rules. The kid can't play.
Yeah, he's just a kid, Bear.
He's a 23-year-old degenerate gambler.
I'm being.
Meanwhile,
obviously,
we got our guy Joey Aguilar can't play, and I don't necessarily think that he should be able to play, but it is a little bit of a glaring contrast right here, where gambling guy, oh yeah, 2 games, that's fine, and then he can play. But I spent 2 years at a junior college in the middle of nowhere, California, and played last year like a model citizen, even as I fought through a cancerous tumor on my arm. No, we don't have room for you in college athletics.
Well, I wonder if he could do this, if he could do what I'd call the reverse Bediako, because he's the word out of Jacksonville is, so far Aguilar, may not be in the plans. Could he not come back somehow?
Has he taken a paycheck from the Jags?
I don't know.
Has he signed a contract?
No, I mean, he can't. It's just that's what the whole deal is. Nobody will follow the rules. There are rules. Nobody wants to follow them. And every time the NCAA tries to enforce them, they just go to court.
It's a weird place that we've ended up in college athletics.
You want rules.
I just keep thinking, if you hop in Doc Brown's DeLorean and head back to 2005, not that long ago, it was 20 years.
Yeah,
and tried to explain where we're at, where like players can get paid by the school, but not really for their performance. It's revenue sharing. And also you can do commercials and stuff. You can sell your NIL, but it's not really commercials. It's just pay for play, even though we're not calling it that. You can transfer at will whenever you want, however many times you want. And
you play for like 6 years.
Yeah, you're not sure you have to go to class.
You play for 6 years. There's no such thing as academics anymore. And you would just be like, wow, like, how did that happen? I don't know. Just over the course of a couple of years.
This is additive to the story. I think it's interesting, though, because the numbers seem to be coming out in terms of what Sorsby's pay was at Texas Tech from Matt Hayes at USA Today. He says a source tells him that Sorsby got a compensation package which included private NIL deals with Adidas and a few other companies, plus what Texas Tech paid. $4 million, because everybody's been saying $5 million plus for him. It was only 4, and I don't say we wanted him at this point, but it's like Tennessee could have spent 4.
Well, if he had come here and we had found the judge, would Bear be crossing the Rubicon or the Event Horizon or whatever is happening right now? Or would it be more a case of, you can't keep a young man from making a living? I mean, come on. He's paid his debt, seen his name dragged through the mud here. 2 games is enough.
He can go make a living. He can apply for the supplemental draft for the NFL.
That's what you would say.
That's the other point I don't get. Yeah, I mean, it's like this is not like a normal job market. College isn't. I mean, you broke the rules. Sorry, man. You should have been bounced out of school to boot. Banished. I mean, Pete Rose wishes he had the NCAA over him. He'd be in the hall 20 years ago.
Not buying it.
I'm just doing Bear did
I'd be right there with you too. I'm just saying it's
Bear did some nice polls on these terms he used.
Mm-hmm.
What
was the Rubicon? Was that Caesar? It was a river or something in Rome, and he crossed it. And
yeah. It's to cross the Rubicon means to make a decisive, irreversible commitment.
Mm-hmm.
It signifies reaching a point of no return.
You've got a kid that, again, bet on his own team, was betting on Indian cricket, all kinds of just bizarro, like.
He bet on the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Yeah, I mean, he's a compulsive gambler, but he bet on his own team, so it brings the sanctity of the sport into question. That guy doesn't get to play anymore.
Texas Tech's argument is he's one of us. We all like to bet.
Yeah, he's a gambler.
Yeah.
He's a Red Raider, a true Raider.
Yeah.
According to Google AI, Milton Wright was the last college football player ruled ineligible academically.
Who was that?
Yeah.
Purdue wide receiver in
yeah.
the 2022 season.
It's been 4 years.
That's actually.
I mean, hell, before that, they're saying
thought.
they think it was Florida State quarterback Everett Golson in 2013.
We are watching Oklahoma punch their ticket to Omaha. They will become the 5th SEC team to go to the College World Series. We will go through all of that. Ryan Shumpert coming up here in just a minute. Might have buried the big weekend for the drive. Broke a big story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Knight, Tennessee's new pitching coach. Pat myself on the back for that one.
Stuff.
Big J work right there. Right there.
I mean, this is like the 60 minutes of local radio. I've often said.
That's what I posted over the weekend. That's a sneaky little superpower we have. We have fun, but then we get serious.
The big news, the hard-hitting stories that you just can't get anywhere else. You get them right here. So Austin Knight comes over from East Carolina. What kind of impact will this have on Tennessee's pitching staff next year as Josh Elander makes the big move? We'll talk to Shump about that when we continue. Plus, Joe Lunardi, bracketology.
Don't even.
That's never too soon. It's never too soon.
But I don't like the treatment.
You're already mad?
Yeah.
Bob he's upset about the SEC ACC challenge. He's upset about the disrespect from Joe Lunardi. I mean, it's only Monday, and Bob Baskerville is already about to blow.
I'm getting close to my event horizon. It's coming.
Stay with us.
Gotta make you laugh, Bob.
Cross the Rubicon in hour number 1 of the show. Ryan Shumpert, Rocky Top Insider, coming up.
The Drive.
Take Fan Run Radio with you on the all-new Fan Run app. Just search for Fan Run Radio wherever you download your apps.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah. They specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
The phone's blowing up, but you're in the driver's seat. Ignore the buzz, keep your eyes on the street. No text back, no scroll, just let it wait. Attention on the road, that's the only way. Phone's blowing up, but you're in the driver's seat. Ignore the buzz, keep your eyes on the street. No text back, no scroll, just let it wait.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back. The drive continues. Fan Run Radio. Russell and Bob, pleased to be joined by our old pal Ryan Shumpert of RockyTopInsider.com. Shump, good afternoon. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Hey, we're doing very good. I wanted to get you on and talk about this Tennessee baseball roster makeover we've got. But before we get into that, the big topic today in college athletics, Brendan Sorsby. I mean, what are we doing here now? You just sit out 2 games for gambling on your own team, and meanwhile, we've got our guy Joey Aguilar. The kid's a saint, and we can't find a judge to get him eligible. I mean, what is this sport coming to?
Yeah, I mean, it's it feels like the old Urban Meyer. Suspend them for the first 2 games against nobody. Maybe it was Brandon Spikes back in the day. I think got in trouble with the law, played against LSU next Saturday, and then got suspended for the next half against Vanderbilt the following week. So, no, I mean, I shouldn't be all that surprised by something like this happening, but it's just so incredibly ridiculous that I can't possibly understand the argument towards him being eligible. It's even funnier to me when you're admitting guilt by saying he has to have some sort of punishment. Just the NCAA isn't allowed to choose what that punishment is for breaking their rules. So it's pretty ridiculous, but I guess somewhat par for the course in the college athletics world.
Yeah, Ryan, what it means to me, I guess my biggest takeaway is something I've been saying all along. I think everybody believes it even more so now is, man, it feels like the NCAA is becoming more and more toothless in terms of what they can really govern in this stuff. Now, I mean, they might try to appeal, but something tells me this is going to get drug out and maybe not much resolution other than what we just saw today. And that's not a good sign for collegiate athletics at all.
No, it's certainly not. And, like you said, I think that'll be the part that becomes very interesting. You say it's sure it will get appealed. How quickly can they move along? Because certainly they're up against it from a time standpoint at this point with kickoff less than 3 months away. And yeah, it's pretty universal on this one. I don't think anybody views this as a good thing or even a neutral thing. That there's really very few things that felt like we're still truly against the rules in college athletics, and here's a very obvious one for them to decide.
Ryan Shumpert, RockyTopInsider.com with us here this afternoon. So transitioning over to the baseball diamond, and Tennessee coach Josh Elander making a big hire, a new pitching coach. He gets Austin Knight from East Carolina. And, it's interesting, Ryan, a lot of us thought, what direction is Josh going to go with this? Is he going to go out and try and find his Frank Anderson, somebody maybe a little bit older, more experienced, a little more fiery or something? He doesn't do that. He goes the young up-and-comer route again. Your thoughts on what Austin Knight's hiring means to Tennessee baseball?
Yeah, I think there are some, fair questions or I don't know if concerns are the right word, but just kind of to the point that you just made. I think everybody thought, all right, this makes sense to go hire someone that's a little bit older, has more experience, maybe some ties to the SEC, and this isn't that. But, those guys are hard to find, too, especially, Frank Anderson was a very unique case as someone that had 8 years of Big 12 head coaching experience under his belt. So there's not a ton of guys like that out there. But in, a lot of other ways, there's a ton to like about the hire. I mean, his night has been really, really impressive at East Carolina. I mean, his staffs have consistently ranked, in the top 25 nationally and all the key pitching statistics. He's developed big-time prospects. He's, just looking at his staff this year, obviously studying it a lot ahead of the Chapel Hill Regional. I was impressed with the way they built quality depth and maybe guys that weren't standouts or anything, but he got production out of. And certainly Tennessee lacked that this past year. And I think also just the young up and coming aspect, that's something that Josh Elander kind of has been. I think he probably resonates too. Another guy that was a catcher at Ole Miss in college. So obviously another similarity to Josh Elander. So I think a lot of things that make sense. And I do think, there's probably an element of the need for a veteran pitching coach. I do feel like that's a little bit lessened by the fact that this is going into a second year. Elander's gone through 1 year. That's really where I feel like he probably could have used it the most to someone like Frank Anderson. Not that it wouldn't have been good moving forward, but maybe not quite as pertinent as it would be entering his first season.
I couldn't help but wonder, Ryan, I wanted to get your take on this, and I know it's uninformed more than likely, but we play East Carolina, we lose to East Carolina. Their pitching was really impressive in that. And lo and behold, then, Knight comes on board. Got to believe that there was some, contemplation on Josh's part ahead of time, and maybe even a little bit of chatter that happened off the record with those guys. I can't imagine that this is one where Josh just said, we got to make a change. What I'm getting at, and I wanted to see if you agree, is Josh kind of had an idea this pitching thing was not working out regardless of what was going to happen in the regionals, and he probably had started that search undercover.
Yeah, I definitely think, the regional didn't have a ton to do with it. I mean, the pitching wasn't the problem in the regional. Not that it was perfect by any means, but that's not why. I don't think that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Per se. So, I don't know how much Elander had been diving into whether he felt like he needed to make a change. I'm sure in the back of his mind, that's something that's going on. And, it to me almost feels like, I don't know, this is speculation, but that announcement gets made by Wednesday midday. And obviously, by 48 hours later, Thursday midday, I should say, 48 hours later, a hire has officially been made. And my understanding is that, Austin Knight met with the team, or Elander at least told the team earlier on Saturday morning too. So that was a very, very quick process. So whether, that just of connecting dots, reading tea leaves, that kind of makes me think that, Elander at least wanted to inquire about what his options were going to be after the season ended. And I think probably felt pretty good about Knight being the next pitching coach by the time that news became official that they were moving on from Reynolds on Thursday.
Ryan Shumpert, Rocky Top Insider, our guest here this afternoon. Ryan, that's not the only news over the weekend. Tennessee gets its first portal commitment. Braden Kersey, two-way player from Mercer, left-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher, power arm, power bat. What role do you see him playing for the Vols next season?
Yeah, I think what he can do at the plate is, makes him kind of undeniable, or at least a guy that you can pencil into the starting lineup somewhere as we, enter the fall or we go further into the summer. I mean, just a guy that put up really, really impressive numbers, really good on base percentage on top of, hitting 325 and 20 plus home runs. So I think that part is, pretty obvious that he's going to make a big impact. I do think Tennessee has just a fascinating logjam. I mean, this is a guy that mostly was a designated hitter this past year because of the way he could pitch out of the bullpen. And he is versatile. He can play some first, he can play some second, he can play some third. I think he started a game in left field last year too. So he has some versatility, but you kind of look at his main positions, first and DH, and you look at what Tennessee has with Trent Grinlinger back and Levi Clark and Stone Lawless. It's catcher, designated hitter, first baseman. So it's a good problem to have, but a bit of a logjam there that I think will be really interesting to see how they, sort all that out come fall practice and then getting into the season. And then to me, the stuff on the mound is kind of the X factor. I mean, the stuff's good. He throws, fastball that sits 96, 97 with a slider that goes along with it. I think it's going to be a big part of it about how if he can develop a third pitch. He talked about working a lot on his changeup. That's a big goal for him this offseason is to get that better. Said Tennessee talked to him about maybe trying to add a curveball too, but to really be effective in the SEC for for an extended amount of time, you need to have a 3-pitch mix and not a 2-pitch mix. So, and just that his numbers were a little bit more pedestrian pitching, not that they were bad by any means. So it's a really difficult challenge to be a two-way. I feel really good about what he's going to do for Tennessee at the plate. And to me, the pitching is a little TBD, and he's going to have to go out there and improve that he can be effective on the mound in the SEC and develop a little bit more to his repertoire.
Yeah, I just wonder the whole two-way thing. I think we all got excited about that last season with the adjustment in the scholarship limit and everything like that. Oh, this is going to be more of a thing. Well, Blaine Brown tried it, didn't really do it. You had the freshman who's transferring, Tracy, tried it. I just don't know, Ryan, if that's going to be something that is super common or as common as we might have thought a year ago going forward. And Bob, I can't even remember, when is the last true two-way? Was it Helton?
For Tennessee, you're probably right. I mean, the only one I can think of in kind of recently is Jack Caglianone with Florida, right?
Okay,
but there's not many, and that guy was
those guys
unicorn.
Are both unicorn. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that was Drew Gilbert was early in his career, did a little bit of that, and then it obviously didn't end up happening. I kind of compare it a little bit to those guys that say they're going to come in and play two sports at whatever sport. They're going to play football, and then they're going to play baseball, or they're going to run track. And all that's great to say. It's so much more difficult to actually do it in practice, and it takes so much to be really good at just doing one of those things, let alone two of them. That most of the time you end up just settling on one. But they're going to give him a chance, and we'll see what ends up happening.
You had a chance to talk to Kersey and saw your piece on RTI, and I found it interesting because again, he was in some high cotton from the standpoint he picked the Vols over Georgia and Wake Forest, and it sounds like he was pretty definitive based on what I read. I mean, did you just in talking to him in person, was the vibe just very, very excited to be a part of this program?
Yeah, no doubt. The Georgia and Wake Forest were the other two schools that he visited, but I think had a ton of other interest from other schools too in the ACC and SEC. So, like you said, no shortage of options, and I think a guy that connected with Josh Elander really quickly and just felt very comfortable at Tennessee, and I think felt really good leaving that visit on Thursday night, and everything felt very, very positive. And he got back to Georgia and talked things over with his family, and just felt like there was no point in prolonging the process. That Tennessee was where he wanted to be, and certainly a big win for Tennessee to start their portal haul.
I know sometimes, particularly in the jobs that Russ and I do, we get kind of not bogged down, but we get into the optics, right? And I just want to get your thoughts on this. It feels like just the events that we've just been talking about, Austin Knight, Kersey, these types of moves. Josh Elander also making a move with Reynolds pretty quickly, pretty swiftly. Feels like if you think about the optics when it comes to Josh Elander, it feels like going into this next season, he understands the gravity of the situation where it's like, okay, this first year I inherited things late. And we had some choppy waters. We got to turn this thing around, get it back on track. I feel like a lot more confidence in what I see with Josh Elander just in the last week in the off season. I wanted your thoughts on that.
Well, I think it goes into two things, and one of them being something I know Russell's been harping on for a while, just that you wanted to see Tennessee retain the core that they had, especially at the plate. And look, Jay Abernathy leaves, Manny Marin leaves, so it wasn't like they batted 1,000% there. But the main guys, the most important guys for Tennessee to retain, they've retained and are going to be back at Tennessee next year. So I think that, so much of Josh Elander getting the job was the players were behind them, both current and former, and he was a player's coach. And, these guys really like him and really like playing for him. But you lose some of that if all of a sudden all these players are leaving after a year. It doesn't show a whole lot of confidence in the coach that they've vouched for. Well, no, these guys are coming back. They clearly do have a lot of trust in him, and they like him, and they want to play for him. And then, too, it's something I wrote about last week of the unique spot that Elander's in, of where he's now going through his first offseason as a head coach after his first season. So you just don't know exactly what that's going to look like as far as how they attack things, and you just want them to look organized and like they know what they're doing, which is something that I think Tennessee had done a really good job of, at least of having a plan and attacking it under Tony Vitello, and it's looked that way so far. They've clearly have gotten down to the brass to begin with. They've targeted wanting to lock down getting these guys back quickly, and they've quickly kind of had a board they've put together and guys they've gotten on campus, and certainly now they've locked one of them down. So as far as the offseason looks like it, they look like they know what they're doing, and it doesn't look like it's a staff that's doing it for the first time, and it's not a staff that's doing it for the first time, even though it is a Elander doing it in a role as the head coach for the first time.
There's also the money aspect in this, as with all college sports now, is like how much are you supporting your program? I think Tennessee is obviously they supported Vitello a lot, and I think, Ryan, there's probably a feeling. I would hope that, hey, our rock star left. We hired the people's choice, the player's choice to get this. Let's support him and make sure. Right. And it's different, right? I mean, there's no $2 million guys on the baseball roster. Like $100,000 is a lot of NIL money in baseball. But my feeling is, just outside looking in, Ryan, is that Danny White, the administration, the NIL folks realized that, hey, we've got this $100 million new ballpark. We can't let this thing slip back into mediocrity. Yeah,
no doubt. And certainly, I think that's a huge part of it. I think even though it was the popular and easy hire for Danny White to make, he felt like Tennessee could continue to be really good in baseball without Tony Vitello, and the amount of Tennessee baseball couldn't lose a game this year without Danny White getting blamed for somebody taking an MLB job. So there's if not an extra vested interest, certainly from an optics standpoint, it will look very bad for Danny White, fair or not, if Josh Elander fails. And, you add that with all the fact of the new stadium and needing to fill the seats and make that an investment worth it. And I think you're going to see Tennessee, put its weight behind Josh Elander and do everything they can to help him have success.
You know what else is frustrating? This has been a great weekend that we just went through as far as Tennessee baseball. But 3 teams that we beat in SEC series are going to Omaha.
Watching Alabama and Georgia go, that's
Oklahoma,
that's nightmare fuel.
More than likely.
Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, Georgia, who to me, we'll see they're on the harder side of the Omaha bracket, so maybe they won't win, but it certainly looks like the best team in the country, and Tennessee was a robbed home run away and, getting 3 outs. We know how hard that was for Tennessee in the ninth inning last year, but they were a robbed home run and getting 3 outs away from winning a series in Athens. So that was what made this team so puzzling this past year. They seemed to play really well against high-level competition and, not so much against or wasn't able to sustain that same level of consistency when they played the teams that they were supposed to beat.
All right, Ryan, last thing for me. What is next? The Brody Trosclair, the pitcher that's highly sought after, and then Wyatt Hanoyan, I believe, from Air Force, second baseman. The only 2 other names that we're aware of right now. And anybody else that we're tracking for visits this week?
No, those are the only thing we have out there that we know of right now. I would be surprised if there's not a couple more developments and a couple more guys that Tennessee's looking to get on campus, but that's all we know for sure right now. And pitching is certainly where my eyes are fixated on. Obviously, one of them with Trosclair here yesterday, and we just talked about Kersey being a 2-way. But Tennessee's done a good job of retaining a lineup that I think has some pretty good bones to it. But certainly they've retain some key pitchers and some pitchers that could step into bigger roles as sophomores and help them. But rebuilding that pitching staff and getting that back into a position that we're more used to seeing, it to me remains, or at least right now, is kind of the biggest focus for Tennessee.
What about Souders? Because I know he had other visits lined up. Is there? He hasn't. I mean, I know he visited with Tennessee, but there's nothing else to report on that kid.
No, not at this time. I haven't heard anything new. I know that he had been at least to one visit before, and I think had maybe Mississippi State scheduled for later this past weekend or maybe early this week. But nothing new that I've heard of in the last couple of days there.
All right. Ryan Shumpert, RockyTopInsider.com, our guest. You can check out Rocky Top Insider for all the latest on Tennessee athletics. Hashtag no off season. It is just 24/7, the news over there. What are you guys working on besides covering Tennessee baseball in the transfer portal this week?
Yeah, it was a relatively busy weekend for Tennessee football on the recruiting front, and certainly the DGG recruitment remains, I think, by far the biggest for Tennessee this cycle, and plenty of content coming out of that. And I know Sylvia had some look at what the softball roster looks like after some transfer portal turnover for them. So plenty of stuff on that front. I believe it's Jalen Harrelson and Day-Day Ames. 2 Tennessee basketball players will meet with the media on Tuesday. Could be off on who it is, but I know it's 2 of the transfers, so we'll have plenty of content from those press conferences as well.
Hey, one last thing before you go out the door. You just mentioned basketball, and it got me thinking. I was pretty angry about the Florida State pairing for the ACC-SEC challenge.
He's still hot about it, Ryan.
I mean, any thoughts there? I mean, they're not awful, but I wasn't expecting we were going to be playing Duke or anything. I get it, but I did think it might be something more like Miami, Clemson, something along those lines. But from what I'm hearing, it might have had something to do with the way the home rotation schedule works for some of these ACC teams as well.
Well, that's definitely a big part of it. North Carolina's at home this year. Miami's at home this year. Virginia, NC State, Louisville, Clemson, all those teams play home games this year. So that certainly doesn't help. I don't know how much flexibility they have in making teams play away games back-to-back years. Obviously North Carolina, Tennessee originally went and played there the first year of the challenge, and now they're a home game the same year as Tennessee. So something got off. So they haven't been super, super hard and fast with that, but it seems like something they need to alternate a little bit, because that's outside of Duke, maybe the next 6 or 7 best programs in the ACC all at home the same year, and that does not work out well for Tennessee. That it is on opposite years as to where the opponents they could potentially play.
Bob was actually demanding that the Vols play the Knicks next year.
Come on,
Mario Brunson has
Madison Square Garden.
Brunson has finally met his match in Terrence Hill Jr.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Thank you, Ryan. We appreciate it. Ryan Shumpert, Rocky Top Insider. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Ryan.
Ryan Shumpert one more time here on Fan Run Radio. We got to take a quick time out as you listen to The Drive, Monday afternoon edition of the show, 865-966-3435, your number to get on board. We're going to take a quick time out. We're back with more right after this.
The Drive.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Did you know your Knoxville Smokies are halfway through their season? Yeah, only 6 homestands remaining. So, what are you waiting for? Don't miss your favorite promotions still to come, like Country Night, Father's Day, 4th of July, Christmas in July, free hot dog night, and so much more. And all summer, we've got all-you-can-eat Wednesdays, Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursdays, and fireworks every Friday and Saturday. So no more excuses. Head on over to Covenant Health Park next week and see your Smokies back in action. Get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
Ball fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Insider.com. Bear, what did you learn?
I guess it's the kid we're getting from the pitcher. He's got he can throw the heat, throws gas, but he also has a slider. Let's see what else.
You talking about the kid from Mercer?
Yeah,
a two-way player.
Yeah, he's also a batter. I've heard he looks a lot like Blake Burke in stature.
Interesting. Yeah, he doesn't look like he's all cut up. That I can see.
We're going to have so many catchers and first basemen on the lineup. And, there was some talk in the preseason about Levi Clark can play a little bit of left. And so maybe this dude could play, Stone Lawless coming back. Maybe Stone could catch, Grinlinger could play first, Levi and left, and then this guy is your DH.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that Grinlinger and Clark are both going to want to catch a little bit, but a lot of different ways you can slice the pie. So that's beginning to fill in. The kid from Air Force is intriguing. He sounds like a potential leadoff hitter, on-base machine. Wyatt Hanoyan, he's in this week. The Trosclair kid, I'd like to have him. It feels like we're swimming in some pretty deep waters there with Arkansas and LSU and pretty much everybody else who wants pitching going after him. But off to a good start so far for Josh Elander.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I think that Ryan said it too. The pitching is the priority. We haven't seen a whole lot of that yet. So,
well, on the pitching side, it's just been primarily retention.
Right.
Which is what we've wanted the most out of, is make sure we keep Appenzeller. We're getting Landon Mack back. So we don't.
That's huge.
We don't need to replace 2 out of 3 starters. We only really need to go get a Sunday guy, probably, assuming Mack gets better and Appenzeller gets better.
Yeah. No, need another starter, and it'd be nice to have 2 or 3 more really reliable bullpen arms.
Yeah.
And Bob and I were talking about it during the break. You look at West Virginia and Troy play in one of the first games. And and even that Oklahoma team, we beat Texas 2 out of 3. It shows you that for all our warts last season, we're not that far away, man.
No, man. I agree.
So you keep this thing rolling. Let's get a little bit better, fix that bullpen, and you're right there if you're Josh Elander and you can get back here next year. 865-966-3435 is your phone number if you want to get on the show here this afternoon. Hot question today. how excited would you be for the upcoming football season if Joey Aguilar were back at quarterback? And I asked that because I put that online. So our friend Brandon Lay had tweeted something about the Sorsby situation. And I was like, yeah, man, I mean, like how stoked would we be if we had Joey Aguilar back this year? Because I'd be really stoked. I'd be thinking like, okay,
playoff team.
Yeah, we're a 9-3 team. And if the ball bounces our way once, we get to 10-2 and go back to the college football playoff. And, Post got a lot of likes. I think most people think that way. But there were a handful of people that were like, Joey wasn't that good, not a championship player. I want to play
Tuma in his arm.
Yeah, I want to play the kids, see what McIntyre and Faison have, which, I don't identify with that at all, man. I mean, we had one of the top 10 total offenses in all of college football last season, one of the top 10 passing offenses. SEC returning passing leader. He would have had, we have one of the best returning offensive lines. All the receivers are back. Deshaun Bishop is back. And you put in a quarterback who has an entire offseason to grow in the system, expand his knowledge of the playbook and all that stuff. And you're telling me we aren't going to be awesome on offense next year? We'd be a freaking juggernaut if we had Joey Aguilar. The entire conversation around this team would be different.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a couple of people, national guys, basically when they were breaking down Tennessee's chances, as far as what the team's going to look like, the team, except for quarterback and maybe defense, which is two big things. I mean, Tennessee's pretty loaded coming back. Got a great wide receiver room. Got Jim Knowles and all those guys, and
Fake Bear.
He didn't look as good as me.
Wow.
I should feel lucky to be compared. People are making the comparison.
Mm-hmm. He should feel lucky. Yeah. He should be honored.
I had some of his money.
Let's get our first phone call of the week. This is Roberto on the drive. Hello, Roberto.
Long time no talk, you boys. I hope you're well.
Thank you.
The baseball name I want to hear come across our radar in the next 48 hours is Sawyer Solitaria, the kid that went 5 for 10 and scored 5 runs against us for Kent State, basically won them that series. You remember that guy?
I tried to block that weekend out, but I did see where he's in the portal, and 5 for 10 against us, getting on base, a lot of hard hit balls. So sign me up.
He plays right field. And he plays right field and plays a hell of a right field, which is, I think, the one guy on our team that we're definitely going to be missing a lot. So, I don't know, man. I would love to see his name, but the pitching, thank God we got rid of that Reynolds guy. He was bad. I tried to pull punches, but he was horrendous. When it came to how he called a game, he was worse than Frank. And I'm not crapping on Frank, but Frank was awful with 0-2 and 1-2 counts, and somehow Reynolds was worse. So I'm glad to see what they're doing over there, and I agree with you guys. I think they're going to throw some money behind Josh Elander because Danny can't have him fail. There's too many hundreds of millions of dollars being built over there for him to have a baseball facility with $100 million.
What was the phrase we used to talk about the car industry back in the day? Too big to fail.
Yeah, too big to fail.
Tennessee baseball is too big to fail.
Yeah, the car and the banking industry in the 2008 to 2012 range, I believe, is when that was. Yeah, too big to fail. Nice. I did want to bring up the DGG visit this weekend. I just don't get good vibes from people I talk to that know way more than I do. Then again, you're hearing the Tennessee insiders say, they made big strides this weekend, so that's exciting. And I would just be elated if he would come here. Like, they pulled out all the stops for the kid. I would enjoy seeing Josh Heupel's offense with an elite 5-star all-everything type running back who looks exactly like Travis Henry, Derrick Henry with Travis Henry's height. Moreover,
who's ready to put in their crystal ball for David Gabriel George to the Big Orange?
That'd be nobody, I think.
Yeah, I'll be the first one. We're getting him. We're getting him.
Wow.
You heard it here first.
You're feeling yourself.
DGG.
You're feeling yourself
to
off
the
that,
Big Orange.
That Saturday news with Austin Knight.
That was real. This is a rectally derived
yeah, but if you're right, the legend continues.
This is a Richard G. West
Russ,
prediction.
I would
No
I would
offense.
really like to see Tennessee. I mean, I guess the offer is I think that we can't compete with Ohio State on offers, but everything that I've read the last 2 or 3 days is Tennessee literally has the biggest offer on the table. So then it just comes down to, does he want to live closer to Canada, I guess, because Columbus is a dump. That town is a dump. And he would immediately step on campus and be the biggest name on the football team here. Like, this is bigger than Bryce Brown. This is bigger than Trey Smith. This is bigger than Khalil McKenzie type number 1 overall type players. This kid would be the biggest yet in Tennessee football in a decade, in my opinion.
Bigger than
just maybe
Nico.
short of Eric Berry.
Bigger than Nico.
Yes.
Think about the hype surrounding Nico when he came in.
Yeah, I think it would be, actually. I think this kid is as hyped, maybe even more so, because he's the best player in the state of Tennessee, and you could easily, without batting an eye, argue he's the best player in high school football. Like, he is that good. So I think it would be huge. And Russ, as far as on whatever the scale is, if Joey Aguilar got to come back, I'd be on on Twitter to I responded to, on a 1 to 10, I'd be a 70. Like that's how close I think this team is to being really, really, really good. But at this point, I don't believe in King George as we've dubbed him here. He's a stiff wind would knock him over, and I just hate that we're trotting out a true freshman at that point. Not to say that Faison Brandon can't be incredible, but that just worries me, and I would love a senior. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Roberto. Appreciate the phone call. Hour number 2 of The Drive coming up right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue. It's more than just dinner, it's a destination. Hey, this is Russell Smith, and whenever somebody asks me for a barbecue recommendation, I always tell them to take the quick drive up I-75 and visit Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Rickard Ridge is about a 20-minute drive up I-75 from downtown Knoxville. Just take exit 134 in Caryville, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is tucked just inside Cove Lake State Park on your left. You can't miss it. Fall off the bone Memphis-style baby back ribs, slow-smoked chicken thighs, fresh, juicy, hand-cut steaks. Rickard Ridge has it all. And this ain't no Yankee chain store fly-by-night operation either. Owner Mark Rickard has spent years honing his smoking skills in Memphis, and his secret recipe and techniques have been driving East Tennessee wild for years. So make time to check him out. Rickard Ridge Barbecue inside Cove Lake State Park and online at rickardridgebbq.com.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the Drive underway. It's Fan Run Radio, and the Top 4 at 4 is brought to you this afternoon by Knoxville Smiles. Walker Smith, welcome back.
Thank you.
Makes my top of the hour a lot easier when you're here to do this.
It's a good one. It's always a great reset. Happy to be back doing it.
Good. What you got?
At number 1, Josh Heupel had a busy weekend on the recruiting trail, landing 2 commitments and having coveted running back David Gabriel Georges on his official visit. The Vols received commits from 4-star tight end Malik Howard and 3-star DB Dylan Haley. They also have emerged as a team to beat for DGG, according to Rivals Chad Simmons.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that we roll out the red carpet. He's doing interviews with Austin Price in the parking lot. We've got Kamara there. It just seems like we have touched on it. And we've done a really good job, too, of making sure that we get one of these marquee guys every class. It was Faison this year, Mike Matthews the year before, Nico. Like when Heupel identifies it, it's like, okay, we've got to have this guy. Like he usually goes out and gets him. And I think you've got to be really selective with whoever that guy or two is in the class each year. Like, it's going to cost a lot. And we have talked a lot about how you can't just have a ton of money standing around there on the sideline, percolating as a freshman. Like, you're going to make sure that the guy plays. And Mac Matthews didn't play a ton as a true freshman, but obviously he impacted guy last year. He's going to work out. The Nico thing is what it was. Mm-hmm. I think Faison is, if he's the starter here, and seems like kid's got his head screwed on straight, like that seems like it could go well. And I think if you get David Gabriel George, it's almost a perfect setup where Deshaun Bishop is the starter as a senior, and George is the guy who comes in, splits time, and maybe he is so dominant that eventually he's just the guy. But, he would almost certainly play a large role as a true freshman. So I don't think that if you throw $2 million at this kid, there's any chance of it being money wasted. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. At number 2, Texas Tech star Brendan Sorsby has been granted a temporary injunction against the NCAA that could clear the way for him to play for the Red Raiders in 2026, even after the transfer QB was declared ineligible for wagering on college sports.
Bob, you were saying that you're seeing some rumblings out of the Big 12 that there's actually some talk amongst the schools of, hey, do we really want to play again? What is that look like? They just
I
refused
don't
to take
know.
the field?
Yeah, that's what I don't know. That's from Ross Dellinger that ADs in the Big 12 are talking about not playing. Brett Yormark's going to have to weigh in, man. I mean, this is just chaos at that point. I mean, as conference commissioner, he's going to have to be like, okay, well, then the reality is you might forfeit games.
Yeah, well, not to mention the revenue associated with those games. And look, this is a sham. This is ridiculous that he's allowed to play, but I can't imagine that those schools would actually not take the field and boycott these games. I mean, that seems like a drastic act, but I suppose this is a drastic situation.
We also heard from someone on the live chat, old Texas Tech man, who said, and this is fair, but it's just the reality. You know, it said, why hate on Texas Tech? Texas Tech didn't have anything to do with the Sorsby gambling problem. Yes, Tech would back Sorsby because he's on the team, but Tech had nothing to do with the court suing the NCAA. And I just don't think it's that easy. It's a fair point, but it's like you're associated with him, man. At this point, that's what you carry. You know,
you're not skating.
All right, so Bears on record is saying he would not support Sorsby if he had been here. What say you, Bob?
I would think he can't play, man. I mean, I still would stand by that.
You stand for something, Russ, you stand for nothing.
I think you guys are
and me
full
and Bob
of it.
stand for something.
You guys
friend.
are full of it. We'd be saying exactly what old Texas Tech fan says. It's not our fault. Like that was then. He's on our roster. We've paid him this money. Oh, and by the way, we need a quarterback. We'll sit him for the Furman game, and then he's playing.
Yeah. I don't think you would, Russ. I mean, you talk a good game when we have these conversations. I get it. There's no way that you would be all right with this kid playing for Tennessee. You just wouldn't.
If the alternative is a toothpick boy or a true freshman, yeah, I think I'd find my way to.
Well, then you're what's wrong with this whole situation.
Oh, wow!
You're part of the problem, my friend.
No,
if your only problem with this is that it's,
it's not my only problem. I'm just saying. And I've seen it a million times with this fan base and every other fan base in this crazy sport. We will justify literally anything to improve our football team.
There's some lines that can't be crossed. Gambling on your own team being one of them. What if we lose a big game? You're going to tell me you aren't going to be sitting there wonder if he's got 500 on Alabama. 5 boxes of ziti.
Not wrong, man. Yeah. I'm gonna. Bear and I are gonna stand on principle here.
Yeah.
At number 3, Nate Eisfelder is entering the transfer portal after one season with Tennessee baseball. Eisfelder played sparingly as reserve outfielder as a freshman, hitting .192 in 18 games with just 4 starts. He primarily filled in for Reese Chapman in the SEC tournament.
Wait, what was that batting average?
192.
Yeah,
I thought he was a promising player. Like the couple of balls that he barreled up were nice looking hits. I choose to look at this as prioritizing production over potential. And Nate Eisfelder has a lot of potential, but we need production out there. And sounds like Blaine Brown is going to come back, so you obviously pencil him into one of the corner outfield spots. That leaves 2 spots available. If you get Jake Souders, you probably plug him into one of those, so that leaves 1 spot available. Yes, I'm penciling in Jake Souder. I think we get him. Just call it a feeling.
Where would Kersey play?
I think he's going to be like an all-time DH, and then we work him in pitching some.
Yeah, I was going to say Shump was kind of saying, he can play first, second, third. He's played a little bit of everything, and it's like that. I don't know. There's a utility guy, and then there's we need guys that can lock down these positions.
Oh, I say, hey, you're going to be our DH, and we're going to use you pitching. I mean, he was a pretty key part of a Mercer team that many think should have made the NCAA tournament. So
yeah, many felt they were first team out.
Got a mid-90s fastball. So I think that there's a lot of potential for him to pitch.
Mm-hmm. Sure. And at number 4, there are a few series starting today in the MLB. The Yankees have another series against the Guardians. The Phillies take on the Blue Jays. The Athletics take on the Brewers. And the Reds play in San Diego against the Padres.
So it's my guy's going to be out like 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah. Judge? Yeah.
He's got some kind of, I saw the phrase compartment fracture, which sounds suspiciously like, what was that deal Lamonte had?
Yeah, the shoulder thing.
Yeah, it's something weird going on way up on his first rib. I don't know. I just don't want to hear the chop anymore.
Tony V and the Giants taking 2 or 3 from the Cubs at Wrigley over the weekend.
Yeah, last night they went to extra innings. I think they won in the 10th.
Yeah, I watched that game. It was good.
It was a good game. It's a good game.
I mean, for those of us that would be traumatized by Tony Vitello's return to college baseball, not at Tennessee, you better be praying he's successful.
Yes. Root for Tony because we don't want him to come back unless we have an opening.
Unless we have an opening. We do love him.
But, yeah, we love him. We want him to do well.
Yeah.
You should want your friends to succeed in life.
They are 5-5 in their last 10 games, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine. Just go 500 the rest of the way. He'll hold on there for another year.
Hey, we weren't a national championship program that first year he was here.
No.
Find fans in San Francisco. It takes a little bit of time, my friends.
Don't rush these things. Thank you, Walker. That is the Top 4 at 4, brought to you, as I said, by Knoxville Smiles. It's where I go to the dentist. Dr. Malone, Dr. Costa, doing great work over there at Knoxville Smiles. Check them out online, knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles. Walker, you forgot one football commitment. You mentioned Malik Howard and Dylan Haley. Great to pick up the Oak Ridge tight end there, and he's a guy that like Notre Dame really wanted.
He's talented.
And like he's a Vol too. His parents from here like it, so he's not, I don't think, a flight risk. That's probably the seal of death right there. He'll be getting ready to play at West Virginia or something like that here in a year or 2 years, I guess.
Not true.
Christian Mays, JUCO defensive tackle, committed to Tennessee as well. So we got 3 commitments over the weekend. It's that time of year. These guys all want to commit before their senior season starts, and we're starting to load up.
That video, did you see the video of Howard announcing his commitment?
No.
With Heupel there? It rolled hard, man. Heupel was right there and gave him a big hug, big bro hug.
See, I can't keep up with the recruiting rules anymore. Like that used to be a big no-no. It's like you couldn't, as a head coach, you couldn't be on a recruit's video or interviewing him or anything like that. And you certainly couldn't have a player like Alvin Kamara on campus publicly. Like, remember the bump rule? It was like, we had Peyton here once. I think he bumped it. Like you would always arrange to have your former players bump into recruits when they're on campus, but it couldn't be intentional. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
That was a big no. Now we're flying the guy in expressly to help us recruit.
Well, based on what we're talking about today, it's clear the NCAA's got bigger fish to fry as far as problems. But yeah, you're right. It's very.
We got freaking Al Capone playing quarterback for the Texas Tech Red Raiders. We're not going to worry about Alvin Kamara helping us recruit him.
I mean, they're just like, let's call it, man. There's no rules right now. That's what it feels like.
It's numb.
I mean, it is Ruby Tuesdays, or what would you call it, Bear? Rubicon.
Ruby Tuesdays. Places used to be everywhere. Had really good burgers.
Sorry for just pointing out the obvious that, we've got a guy who's, again, a degenerate gambler, gambled on his own team, and he's suddenly eligible to play the sport of football. I just don't get it.
Speaking of that, our guy Chris Lowe had a really good one. I got to find it though. Here it is. Lowe posted a little earlier today. He said, "My friend and attorney Chad Hatmaker, who has experience in eligibility cases, summed up Sorsby's ruling well. Quote, this might be the case that actually generates real reform, and that's absolutely ridiculous. If you have an illness as an employee, you don't get to break the rules because of it. In other words, an alcoholic can't come to work drunk without getting fired."
Yeah. Well,
it's like, it's a little extreme, but I mean, that's where we are, man. That's the spirit of it now.
And it's not cut them loose. I mean, if you do have somebody, there are some things that pretty sure you're required to, you help them get into rehab, but you can't have somebody with that destructive an addiction working for you.
Today's hot question: how excited would you be if Joey Aguilar were back at quarterback for the Vols this season? Corey on X says, I'd be at like a 4. I guess he's saying a scale of 1 to 10. I think the team would be better with the older quarterback, but it'd be way more for the program to develop an in-house QB. I'm like, why can't you do both? A 4? You'd be at a 4? Like, I'd be at an 8 or 9. I don't know that Aguilar puts us into legit championship contention, but we're certainly right there on the edge.
Playoff contention.
Look at all the hype Ole Miss is getting this year. I think we'd be right there, right? Like, they've got their quarterback back from a high-octane offense. I think we'd be right there. Look at all the hype LSU's getting. I think we'd have more than them, or at least as much. And yet, in many of these preseason magazines, Tennessee's kind of, I don't want to say an afterthought, because we're generally like fringe top 25 team, but certainly not picked to contend for the playoff, let alone be a championship team. If you had Joey here, you could still be developing those quarterbacks. I would hope at that point Heupel would learn from his lesson with the Merklinger debacle last year and quickly identify who's better. It looks like it's going to be Faison, and force feed him the reps behind Joey.
That's my only concern in that scenario, is that all we're doing is kicking the can down the road with the inexperienced quarterbacks.
But even if, say, Joey's back and he takes every snap of the season, we just don't have any blowouts. You never see George or Faison. Wouldn't you feel better about them going into 2027 with George as a guy with 2 years under his belt and Faison with 1 year under his belt, even if they hadn't played in a game? Maybe not a ton better, but I'd feel better about that.
I'm not so sure.
This one I agree totally with Russ. Everybody be hyped right now.
And better, some experience is better than no experience, even if it's not.
He had a good grasp of the offense. And, by the way, he wouldn't have that thing in his shoulder, and maybe his arm talent be a little bit better this year.
I mean, it's all about the fact that it's unknown right now compared to having a known quantity at quarterback, where depending on whoever it was, whether it was Joey, whether it was someone from the transfer portal, like no one knows how Faison's going to be. Like, he's athletic, but he's young. No one knows how that's going to work. That's why people are being cautious.
Again, top 10 nationally in total offense last year, top 10 in passing offense last year. And people say, well, okay, but he stat padded, he compiled against lesser teams or whatever. First of all, no. Like, he threw for well over 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, I think 5 total touchdowns against Georgia. Second of all, like, people act like you're a finished product. Like, you're not going to get, like, you don't think that dude would improve with an entire year in the offseason program, going through spring practice, all the leadership, that getting his arm fixed, whatever that entails, and then having a full offseason to work with his guys, establish chemistry, add wrinkles to the playbook. Like, you don't think that we would be even better than we were last year? Like, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills here, man. Like, what are we talking about? Like, of course you would be better at this. And for people like talking about prospect, down the road, projecting, and, well, what does it do to our development? You can't think that way anymore, man, in college sports. Like, have you been paying attention for the past couple of years? Have you seen how quickly Kurt Cignetti turned around Indiana? You seen what Rick Barnes did with his basketball? That, like, it's a year-to-year thing, man. There's no, well, we're trying to make a run 2-3 years down the road. No, man, you got to win now.
Window is now.
I don't fully agree. That's all. I'm not saying that you're totally wrong. I don't think it's a slam dunk that we would be winning 10 games this year with Joey Aguilar.
I don't. Yeah, I think we'd be a 9-3 type football team with a chance to win 10. A lot of it depends on, but I mean, what is the narrative right now? 7.5.
Yeah,
like 8-4 football seasons aren't a lot of fun. as we had one last year. But, just the chance to be in that talk for and just having even if you have a mediocre season, it's always more fun when you've got offense. When you think you're going to score every time you have the ball, like that's just more. It's more fun. Like the 2012 season,
22.
Even though I'm talking about 2012. We were good in 22. 2012, we weren't good, but we had an all-time offense with Tyler Bray and Derek Rogers and all those guys. But like it was more fun than last year. Or other years where you might have been a 7 or 8 win team, but you just couldn't move the ball.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like what it was in 24 with Nico.
Yeah, or even like Jeremy Pruitt that year we played Indiana.
Yeah.
In that bowl game.
Yeah.
It's just more fun when you can score. Just is.
Yeah.
All right, quick timeout. You're listening to The Drive, 865-966-3435. If you want to chime in today, love to hear from you, 966-3435. The World Cup kicks off Thursday. Walker's very excited about that. I'm very excited about that. Bear is pulling out his copy of the Communist Manifesto and making plans to
getting on my Expedia app and planning a vacation.
Root for the motherland. Stay with us. The Drive continues. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
Congratulations. You found sports radio that doesn't suck. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Are you ready to show off that confident, radiant smile you've always dreamed of? Well, here at Knoxville Smiles, we're ready to turn your dream into a reality. At Knoxville Smiles, we're more than just a dental practice. We're your partners in achieving optimum oral health. From routine cleanings and checkups to advanced cosmetics and restorative procedures, we offer a wide range of services in an environment that makes every visit a positive and comfortable experience. At Knoxville Smiles, it's about more than just treatments. We're focused on creating a welcoming environment where you feel like family. Our state-of-the-art facilities are designed with your comfort in mind, and our friendly staff is always ready to address your questions and concerns. Don't wait any longer to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave
Yeah. No milk sandwiches this week, Bob.
No.
Bitter Klinger 8964 says, dude isn't a degenerate gambler. He bet an average of $10 a game. I've seen 80-year-old church grannies spending away more money at Harrah's Cherokee.
It's a college kid. What was it, up above 90 grand?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of background he comes from, if he's Richie Rich or anything like that, but he had like teammates posting like $50,000, $60,000 worth of bets on, I don't know what his biggest sum was, but he had a problem.
Yeah.
It was thousands and thousands. He was betting like
money,
constant.
Money is still money. That's like, if you have
on obscure sports, like most people I know that, well, I don't know anybody that's like has a massive gambling addiction, but the people I know that are heavy gamblers, like they're into sports. They know, whenever somebody's betting on a dog track or something that online, that's usually an indication. It's like, hey guy, what are we doing here?
Cricket.
You want to come up for air or something?
Random sports over in Eastern Europe. Just anything and everything.
Again, what I said was pretty dumbed down about money is money. My point in all that is, if you say you don't spend a bunch of money on what you think is expensive stuff, but then you go to Target, and drop $500 every week on a bunch of stuff, you're still spending a bunch of money.
It's a different kind of addiction.
Yeah, exactly. But my point is it doesn't, the size of the bets to me, it doesn't matter. It's what that total was and the frequency.
Do you think that's an addiction that kind of, it's more predominant in females than males?
What, gambling?
No, dropping $500 at Target like once a week or once a month, or
I think it probably plays on the same part of the brain. It's just men and women are different, and like,
at least if you're going to Target, you get something tangible.
Yeah.
It's still probably a colossal waste of money, but you are buying something.
Yeah.
That's why I never really wanted to gamble. I just like the money in my pocket better than the promise of something bigger.
Things beget more things, as a wise man once said. Jonesy 404 said, Joey peaked, Russ. Seeing him scramble for 10 yards was scary, LOL. Again, am I taking crazy? He peaked? 1 year of SEC football, that's it. Oh, and by the way, 1 year of SEC, like he strolled in off the campus of like UCLA where he'd been he had like 2 months to get ready for the season, and all he did was throw for the most yards in the SEC. Boy, if only we could all peak so well. He did not peak. Like that's insane talk to me. Yeah, okay, he wasn't a terrific runner. Like he's an all right runner,
but there's no guarantee that that's not the best that we'll see of him.
There's no guarantee that that's not the best we see. But I mean, if you get back to gambling, would you want to bet on that? I'm not going to bet that he transforms into 2022 Hendon Hooker in one off season, but I bet that he gets better. With a better offensive line, more proven offensive line, same running back, Ethan Davis at tight end, same receivers, basically. Like, yeah, our offense is going to improve. And by the way, it was really good last year.
And no tumor.
He's healthy.
Yeah. Because he kind of tailed off when that really started bothering him.
Yeah. And I'm sure that defenses figured some things out and everything, but Josh Heupel's a smart guy. Like if Joey were back, we'd be putting in more wrinkles this year. You come out and see some other stuff. Like you don't think Joey Aguilar is going to roll into Atlanta and absolutely roast Georgia Tech's defense, who's breaking in a new defensive coordinator this year. You don't think he's going to put up, we're going to go well over 500 yards of total offense on those guys with Joey.
We may do that without Joey.
You think so? Like, much more likely to do it with a returning quarterback, right, than a true freshman.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Let's get Phil in here. Phil, you're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio. Go ahead. Hey, Phil.
How you the boys doing?
Doing well, thank you.
I see Walker's back in there now. It's pretty cool.
Thank you, Phil.
Don't get used to it.
Be back. All right. That's
Well, here we go back to Joy Turnover again.
There we go. I knew it was
coming. And dirt, you know it. I mean, good Lord. Went 8-5. We were lucky to win 2 other games.
Bob and Phil, what an unholy alliance that is.
You're lucky to win. What games were they lucky to win?
Arkansas and Mississippi State.
He's not wrong.
I'm sorry. Did Joey not almost single-handedly win us the Mississippi State game? And if you're going to play that card, I'll submit to you that we were unlucky to lose the Georgia game. How about that? If you're going to give me luck won the Mississippi State-Arkansas game, you have to give me that luck lost the Georgia game.
Lack of a DB.
Luck? Who's luck?
We had a kick. We had a kick to win the game. The guy had 5 touchdowns, over 300 yards passing against mighty Georgia.
Well, he didn't win.
Come on, Phil. Okay, but he did win Mississippi State and Arkansas.
Okay, he won. He went 8-5. 8-5 is average.
And so there's yes, I would agree with that. There's no room for improvement. The guy doesn't improve. He's a finished product. He's not going to get any better in the offseason.
No, he's not.
You don't know that. That's idiotic. You can't say that, Phil.
The future of the program is Brandon and McIntyre. You got to get them ready to play because we got a schedule the following year.
You can't worry about the future in 2026, Phil. It's about now.
Well, if you need, you'll have turnover in there. Turnover ain't playing, Russell. Get real.
I will say the truth is none of this matters. We don't have him.
Exactly.
It matters. We're having a conversation, and Phil's talking crazy on here. I've got to correct him.
Oh.
You talk crazy all I want to. I want to win a championship before I die. And turnover ain't going to get you there. Ain't no doubt about that. Apple probably not going to get me there either.
If you think,
you know what I mean?
If you think that this team would be better off with a true freshman over a 7th-year senior who just led the league in passing, then you, sir, are smoking crack rock cocaine.
Well, Shaver and Hayes went 2-2.
7-gram rocks.
How about that?
It was like
Remember
20.
That?
Yeah, it was like 20-something years ago, Phil.
Just the leather helmet days.
They were true freshmen. Neither one of them were ranked high in recruiting rankings as the 2 guys we got sitting over there and wanted to compete for our job this year.
Ainge wasn't?
So
it was Ainge ranked. Oh.
So we went 8-4 last year. What do you think we're going to go?
8-5.
with a bowl loss? The guy had a tumor on his arm. Okay, 8-5. What do you think they're going this year with the young quarterbacks?
I'd probably say 7-5.
All right. Well, what are we talking about? Good Lord.
We'd probably go 5-7 with turnover in there.
That's just you're not making any sense now, Phil. You're talking crazy.
No, before I get out, let's talk some real baseball. The Atlanta Braves. I mean, we can talk about Heatlander till the cows come home. He's never going to get nothing done here, and you know it. See you.
I had to scream at Phil, Russ.
What? What did he say about the Braves? He just was talking about Elander. Never actually made a Braves-related comment.
I don't know what he said. He'd rather talk about the Braves than.
I mean, you're kind of rude to him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry? Is that? Couldn't hear you, Bear. The job's playing. Could you speak up a little bit? No? Big sweep of the Pirates over the weekend for the best team in baseball. Headed up to the south side. 3-game series with Christopher Gabriel's White Sox.
Good ball club this year.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a tough one.
The good ball club, or are they just not horrendous anymore?
No, they're pretty good.
If the season ended today, they would have the White Sox would have a wild card spot in the playoffs.
About that.
Only a few games behind the Yankees in that race for the wild card.
I mean, the AL stinks, so it's kind of a little bit of a kid's playground in that league right now. So
it's ridiculous.
I mean, it's crazy how bad the AL is.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Coming in? 865-966-3435. Your phone number. Get on the show this afternoon, 966-3435. If you want to chime in on the drive, Fan Run Radio. Guy's gone, trying to catch on with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he's got Phil calling in,
Bob.
just ripping him.
I'm not. I'm not going to call him Joey Turnover or any of that stuff. My point is, I'm ready to move on. That's all. For better or worse, man. Let's just go.
I mean, I get that part of it, and I do see Phil's. There's a little bit of that, I think. In
no, wait. You want to move on for better or worse?
Yeah.
No. I want to move on for better. I don't want to move on for worse.
Well,
if you're moving on for worse, I don't want to move on. I want to stay with what I had.
What if Faison is a prince who was promised?
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, maybe Nico was the guy that they poured the molten gold on in Game of Thrones. Maybe this is the real thing this time.
Then yes, by all means, we should go with the true freshman Faison Brandon over the 7th-year senior who's about to qualify for AARP. I don't know. I'm just if we're talking about a gamble, like I think your bet is much, much safer with the guy who's actually done it before, as opposed to the true freshman who, oh, by the way, played what, 3 or 4 games last year? Was out the entire season with a thumb injury.
I feel like you're cherry picking facts.
Yeah, man.
Cherry picking facts.
I mean, is this how you feel about David Gabriel Georges? Would you rather have somebody out of the portal that's got experience as a running back? Because it's kind of the same argument.
I don't understand the comparison. I mean,
you know what? It's the same. It's the same comparison. I mean, it's not a guy coming back. Okay, what if it was Deshaun Bishop? He ends up leading the SEC in rushing.
Yeah, it's not very fair, Bob, because running backs are different than quarterbacks.
Yeah, we're talking about
okay.
I mean,
the leader on the field. It's just like we talked about this. Like you can bring your running back and just hand him the ball. Like even if he doesn't know the blocking assignments and all the ins and outs, like
he knows just 2, 4, 6.
Okay, like he's got a cannon arm. You can't just go throw it. You can't just not know the playbook.
I mean, it's the same reason that rookie running backs in the NFL have a higher probability of breakout success as rookies if they're superstars, because it's a lot easier to acclimate at running back. Maybe wide receiver would be a better comp.
Oklahoma has won their game today against Kansas.
They've been
five SEC teams going to Omaha this year, and that one bracket, there's one. I mean, they're already guaranteed of having one SEC team in the championship series.
Yep.
Wonder why I guess they didn't do that on purpose. It's just how the bracket.
Who are we adopting as the Drive's team? If I'm assuming none of the SEC teams, you've got West Virginia, Troy, and North Carolina.
I'm gonna go West Virginia.
I think West Virginia is the people's team.
I think Troy's we're going to pull for the underdog, but West Virginia probably has a better chance to win.
Yeah. Plus, their fan base, you and I talked about, their fan base feels a little like ours. You know,
honest to God, I'd be fine with any of the three.
Got West Virginia fan base, got a trashy side.
Yeah, they're passionate.
It's fun.
You saw the turnout at their stadium for the Super Regional. I mean, they had almost more people outside the stadium than in it.
Yeah, the McCoys to our Hatfield.
Yeah.
Is Country Roads there? God bless the USA.
I think I got no problem with them doing Country Road.
You're gonna get
no. That's a
what
great.
It always reminds me of
a great song, John Denver, songbird of our times. Can you name another John Denver song?
Oh yeah,
no. What, you fill up my senses?
Fill up my senses.
What?
Thank God I'm a country boy.
Thank God I'm a country boy. That is a good tune. You ever see that movie he was in with George Burns?
Oh God.
Oh God.
Yeah. No, I'm familiar with it, but I never saw it.
I saw it when I was a kid.
It's a good movie.
My dad took us. It was funny.
He's just a mild-mannered car mechanic or something, and
no, he's a supermarket manager, produce manager. I saw the movie a lot. It was on HBO a lot when I was a kid.
And George Burns was God.
Yeah.
And he just appeared to John Denver, started telling him to do things.
Yeah, basically. I hadn't seen it in a long time.
Was that movie with
inside his car?
Was the movie with Jim Carrey Was that the same thing?
No, it wasn't a direct remake.
What movie was that? Where he built an ark, didn't he?
No, that was the other guy that's what's his name? Isn't the
Bruce Almighty.
Bruce Almighty. And then the guy that from that show you love, The Office.
Steve Carell?
Yeah. He was the Noah's Ark guy. He built the ark with his family.
Okay.
I watched a lot of bad movies. Bruce Almighty was really good. He made the monkey fly out the guy's butt.
Yeah. Oh, it's been a while since we've just had a good old-fashioned Jim Carrey knee slapper. You think he'll ever do it again? I mean, he's got to be, 60 now?
I don't know. He kind of went,
He got out there, right? Fame did some weird things to Jim Carrey.
He reminded me a little bit of Crispin Glover. Not quite that crazy, but started taking, like Eternal Sunshine of the Space. You ever seen that one?
Yeah, but he was in some good movies. Like The Truman Show's a good movie. He's an all-time classic.
Ace Ventura.
But that's what I'm talking about.
You couldn't release Ace Ventura now.
If they finally did a sequel to Dumb and Dumber, he should have done another Ace Ventura. I would go see a third Ace Ventura movie.
I like The Mask.
Some dude talking with his butt cheeks on. I mean, come on, Einhorn is Finkel. That's comedy.
Dan Marino.
Quick timeout. The drive continues. Fan Run Radio on a Monday afternoon edition of the show. We've got more phone calls to get to when we continue. Stay with us. We're back with more right after this.
The Drive.
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Did you know your Knoxville Smokies are halfway through their season? Yeah, only 6 homestands remaining. So, what are you waiting for? Don't miss your favorite promotions still to come, like Country Night, Father's Day, 4th of July, Christmas in July, free hot dog night, and so much more. And all summer, we've got all-you-can-eat Wednesdays, Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursdays, and fireworks every Friday and Saturday. So no more excuses. Head on over to Covenant Health Park next week and see your Smokies back in action. Get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about it earlier. I thought that he flashed a lot. I thought he showed a lot of potential, but I think this, the buzz term production over potential is what we're looking for right now. And I would imagine that Josh Elander is looking at his outfield and saying, man, like we were okay last year, but okay ain't going to cut it. We need some dudes. And I think Eisfelder, what did you say, Walker? He hit 192 last year.
I
don't
below the Mendoza line.
That's as a true freshman, again, much like kind of a theme today, improvement. You expect guys to develop, whether they're freshmen like Nate Eisfelder or fifth, sixth year seniors like Joey Aguilar. I think guys should get better year to year in whatever program they're at, football, basketball, baseball, whatever. But I just think that Eisfelder probably looked at what's going on right now and said, yeah, I want to go somewhere that I can play. So anyway, that's what I'm telling myself. I choose to believe. Bob, more fallout from the Sorsby news today as I tell you what, man, these Big 12 athletics directors talking about, hey, do we even really want to put our guys on the field with a compromised Texas Tech team? And now anonymous coaching quotes, too, that are really touching the third rail.
Yeah, I was reading. Dan Wetzel from ESPN dropped a piece. I read the better part of it during the commercial break. But this was a quote from an unnamed Big 12 football coach. Okay, not an AD now. This is a football coach saying, and I quote, "If this is the precedent, then I owe it to my players to bring in people from Las Vegas to teach us how to gamble."
That is a crazy thing to say to a reporter.
Then collectively, we need to decide which games we'll play hard in to cover the spread and which ones we won't.
That's an even crazier thing to say to a college football reporter.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, my God.
I'm supposed to do what's best for my players, and in that case, they would be able to make a lot of money betting on our games. That's the new precedent for me, if this is how this is going to play out.
I was banging.
Whoa,
oh my God.
Meant to hit the oh my God, not the I was banging 7 gram rock. By the way, that clip sounds really bad when I cut off the 7 gram rocks.
Yeah.
Ain't banging 7.
Yeah, that is an insane thing for a college coach to say. By the way, who do we think it is?
In the Big 12?
My mind went to Sonny Dykes immediately.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't think Dion would say something like that.
No.
I don't know. It feels like something my guy Kenny Dillingham would say as a joke, because he'll do some stuff like that where he'll talk about that kind of stuff kind of jokingly and aside.
They ain't putting their name on that quote. That's insane. I have to educate my guys on gambling and decide collectively what games we're going to play hard in.
God, I can hear him saying that too. Oh, man. It's bad. We're in a tough spot, guys.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, you did. Speaking of betting, did you see? I mean, the odds for Texas Tech to win the national title dropped precipitously today. I mean, well, they dropped, meaning they improved.
Yeah.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah, they were like I think 28-1. Now they're like 14.
Can you imagine what a story that would be if they make the playoff and the Sorsby kid is setting the world on fire and they're going for a national championship?
Oh man, people would be so mad.
But I mean, again, the sport, all these gambling sites are totally embedded.
I mean, it wouldn't be
everybody. They're all addicted to the advertising.
We have invited the fox into the hen house for sure.
Yeah, along with his brothers and sisters and mom and dad. Everybody, come on in. Free chickens for everybody.
I mean, we had a point-fixing story break at Alabama State basketball last week.
It's true.
Like, how long until we have a major point-shaving scandal in one of the Power 4 conferences?
Oh, man.
Probably. I don't know.
Before the end of the decade?
And what's wild is this used to be like if there was one, like they still reference it, and it's relevant to Knoxville just because I'm not saying he did anything wrong, but he was on the staff, Bruce Pearl at Boston College. I mean, that was part of the Goodfellas movie. They still talk about that deal.
Let's get Matty Ice in here next. Matty Ice, you're on the drive, Fan Run Radio.
Hey, boys. Happy Monday. How we doing today?
Doing well, thank you.
Hey, Bob. I know it's June, but let's talk a little college basketball here real quickly. So I'm going to be going up to the Boilermaker land for the Tennessee matchup in December, and I was just curious. I'll hang up with your thoughts. Is Purdue, Indiana a place you want to do a long, extended weekend, or is this kind of a turn and burn? And I'll hang up with that thought, boys. Take care.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Purdue, you want to spend as much time in West Lafayette as you possibly can, right, Bob?
An extra day.
Probably not. The Mackey Arena experience is amazing. That's fantastic. But thankfully, it's only about an hour and 10 minutes northwest of Indianapolis. So I would say you go spend your time there. Just go to the game. You could even commute back, just get a hotel in downtown Indianapolis and knock yourself out. Don't need nothing to see in West Lafayette.
Stop by local watering hole, have a Boilermaker.
That's I'd
That's
say
about it.
I'd say go to Indy.
Just do it there.
Yeah. Gecko Master just chimed in on the live chat. Gecko Master 25X says Lafayette sucks. It's not a lot to see. Let's put it that way.
GBO Kyle Beach says the movie we were talking about was Evan Almighty.
No,
I thought it was Bruce Almighty.
I think it was Bruce Almighty.
There was Bruce Almighty, and then Evan Almighty was the sequel.
Oh, so Bruce was Jim Carrey, Evan was Steve Carell?
Yep, Carell was the character in the first
so that
one.
was a sequel.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Carell, like, he was in Washington, D.C., right? His beard wouldn't stop growing, and he...
I never saw the rip off of the Santa Claus.
The flood came through and, like, hit the Capitol building and everything, and Steve Carell was managing the Ark. I only saw it once. It wasn't that good. Bitter Klinger 8964 says Aguilar would have been peak in 2028. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, if we could play a guy who's under a gambling investigation, why can't we sign Joey Aguilar to a 5-year deal right now? Let's go ahead and lock him up. Get terms in there. We can front load with the signing bonus.
He's not coming.
Work those numbers against the cap.
Nothing to talk about, man. He's not going to be here. Just not.
He's gone.
He's gone.
It's not happening.
Not with that attitude. It's not.
In Faison, we trust because we don't have any other choices.
Yes, we do. George McIntyre, been here for a year.
That's a race to the bottom.
Wow. Just the negativity, the dismissiveness that we're treating George McIntyre with.
I mean, people are more excited about Faison. It's just what it is.
Man, I'd be happy if I'm wrong about George. I just think that all indicators are Faison. That's all.
It is wild that is the narrative since spring football.
Well, everybody got to look at them side to side.
No, nobody's had a look at them. You might have seen pictures.
That's what I'm saying.
You think, okay, well, he's skinny and Faison's not. And that's what we're basing it off of?
Probably, knowing how simple people are.
I don't
One's
even.
I'm sure that's what Josh is basing it on.
That's what he's looking at.
I don't think most people have even seen them. I think people just take what they hear. Oh, it's Faison, it's Faison, it's Faison. That's all the chatter has been since spring practice. And that has just become what people think is going to happen based on nothing. Josh Heupel hasn't said anything. Josh Heupel never says anything.
No.
You going goo-goo for George?
I'm just saying we don't know. Because you got a head coach that never talks, and we've got two quarterbacks we've never seen.
He'd do himself some favors if he'd open up a little bit, wouldn't he?
Who's he?
Josh
Heupel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You do yourself favors in the short term, but in the long term, you open yourself up to, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that all the time ago when this guy ends up being bad.
We don't know. He never shows any of his personality at all, period. We see little glimpses of it during the game when he goes ballistic, but
I think that's his superpower. I mean, I don't even think he really goes ballistic in games compared to most coaches.
No, he's pretty funny, though. He kind of does do it in just kind of a middle-aged dad kind of way, doesn't he?
There's a lot of hands on hips and like eye rolling. Like, and then he's back to the next. I mean, that's what you want, I think, is like a stoic coach who doesn't get emotional. You want somebody who's more,
I don't know,
robotic.
Saban would get apoplectic.
Yeah.
Seemed to work for him until it didn't.
But again, like Saban had coordinators to whom he delegated. So he was able to go off on a referee or a player to really drive a point home. And when you're calling the plays, you don't have time to do that. And I never see Josh Heupel paying attention when we're on defense. I mean, I'm sure he is.
Looking at film now.
Yeah, he's ready. He's getting ready for that next offensive series.
I mean, if he had, he I don't know. I don't want to throw off on Uncle Fluffy again, but
Michael Mote said, let's bring back Hooker and Dalton Connect. That's kind of impossible. They've signed
their
contracts.
They're pros.
I wonder if he'll ever have another quarterback that intuitively is just perfect for his system the way Hooker was.
I'm telling you, he needs to go and get Jeremy Pruitt and Big Jim Chaney and just let those guys recruit as quarterbacks. Because that's what, like,
I mean, Gump can pick out town.
They found Hooker, Hype found Nico. You tell me who the better quarterback was here.
And somehow Pruitt knew because Hooker had a bad rap on him.
We got to take a quick time out. You're listening to The Drive on Fan Run Radio. Hour number 3 coming up.
The Drive.
Fan Run Radio, the flagship station for Tennessee fans.
This ain't no wishy-washy, limp-wristed, kale-eating, half-ass sports radio station.
We're your in-your-face, truth-telling, say it loud, flag-waving, face-painting, hardcore, bring the noise, causing a ruckus, don't give a damn sports station.
Sports talk that doesn't just hang up and listen.
For the fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
Get some.
Citizens National Bank.
Experience the thrill of traveling with C&B's exclusive travel program. Customers age 50 and above with a Plus Perks checking account can participate, ensuring a safe and delightful travel adventure. Take a day trip or an overnight trip. Travel domestic or international. C&B is always on the go.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue. It's more than just dinner, it's a destination. Hey, this is Russell Smith, and whenever somebody asks me for a barbecue recommendation, I always tell them to take the quick drive up I-75 and visit Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Rickard Ridge is about a 20-minute drive up I-75 from downtown Knoxville. Just take exit 134 in Caryville, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is tucked just inside Cove Lake State Park on your left. You can't miss it. Fall off the bone Memphis-style baby back ribs, slow-smoked chicken thighs, fresh, juicy, hand-cut steaks. Rickard Ridge has it all. And this ain't no Yankee chain store fly-by-night operation either. Owner Mark Rickard has spent years honing his smoking skills in Memphis, and his secret recipe and techniques have been driving East Tennessee wild for years. So make time to check him out. Rickard Ridge Barbecue inside Cove Lake State Park and online at rickardridgebbq.com.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Boy, welcome back, Walker Smith.
What are you talking about? I didn't have one mistake last
Somebody
week.
over here covering up for Bears mistakes while he's outside telling soprano stories.
She was,
You think this place just runs itself? Walker Smith. Bears crutch.
I try my best.
I didn't mess up one time.
Gotta have a
last
safety
week.
net.
Ah! Name one.
Give me a minute. I'll come up with at least 3 by the end of the top 5 at 5.
All right. We'll check in with you in a minute.
What something about the podcast? What
That's
happened
one.
there?
Okay, yeah. I forgot. It did the deal where I pushed P and it didn't take it out.
Oh, you forgot to record the podcast?
Yeah, for like 3 or 4 minutes of the last segment of 1 hour, the whole time you were gone. That's one. You got 2 more to go.
Just, it's like Joey having a tumor on his arm.
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
That's the rationale for all the interceptions and stuff. That's all.
Walker Smith, what you got?
At number 1, On Three's Chris Lowe released his summer SEC football rankings, and the Vols are right in the middle of the conference. He has them slotted at number 8 in the SEC, just behind Alabama at 7 and LSU at 6. He also has Texas as the summer top team in the SEC.
Yeah, it's hard for me to argue with that. I mean, I probably put us right around 8 as well. I mean, I think you could make an argument that we should be ahead of LSU, but I don't know if it's a very good one.
No, I mean, middle of the conference, I mean, that's considering how tight the conference is, like it's not a bad spot to be in preseason rankings and whatnot. At number 2, following the news around Brendan Sorsby's preliminary injunction, Yahoo Sports' Ross Dellinger reported that Big 12 athletic directors have had serious talks about not playing Texas Tech this year.
I'm still trying to figure out how that works. I mean,
would they just forfeit the games?
Yeah, I don't know.
I understand their objection.
Yeah.
That this guy shouldn't be playing, but is there a fear that it compromises the integrity of their student athletes by even being on the field with him?
I think it's just outrage over the situation because, like, they know how strict the rules are and the fact that this guy who is about probably going to be on pretty far ahead, the best team in that conference, is getting to play even though he's been gambling on his own team. Is like, these guys are like, this is a bunch of crap. Like, this can't be allowed. And if you're not going to play by the rules, then we won't play.
I do feel sorry for the Sorsby kid. Like, I understand that he wants to play and everything. And obviously, I think we're all in agreement. He shouldn't be able to play, but he's really going to have his name dragged through the mud now in terms of just being a pariah.
Well, and is this, we make light of it when Bear talks about, promoting injuries to players and stuff, but
wouldn't say promoting, Bob.
What
more like encouraging?
Do you think if you're Texas Tech and he actually plays, what is your responsibility to the game, to your conference, your league, and sports in terms of like surveilling him? Like, you need to be looking at his phone. Mm-hmm. You need to be monitoring him. You need to have eyes on like where he is at all times.
Yeah.
You do, right? I mean, you have to be following him like he's on some sort of work release program, because I mean, if it came out that he was being contacted by some shady gamblers and even just say, oh yeah, we're missing one of our starting wide receivers this weekend. He's dealing with a hamstring injury or something like just something as minor as that would be a
PR nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about like SMU level stuff is the only thing I can think to like that would be such a stain on your program for years to come.
Well, this, depending on what direction this goes, is it not already because of the fact that Cincinnati knew about it when they played them? And I bet Texas Tech knew about it when they recruited him. They just didn't think it would blow up in this way. And now they're supporting him getting this preliminary injunction when the NCAA has already ruled him ineligible.
I think it adds to the perception of Texas Tech as a rogue program, which might not have been fair up until this point. I mean, it's not like they're running a halfway house like Kirby Smart down at Georgia or Miami, the U back in the days. They're just doing what everybody else has been doing for a long time, which is paying players exorbitant sums of money. They got themselves a sugar daddy, and they're putting them to good use. But now this is something different that we're talking about. You can't. I think it always rung a little bit hollow when people would point at Texas Tech. They're just buying their way to success, and it's like
everyone does.
You can't. As an SEC fan, you can't really say that with a straight face. You can criticize them all you want for this.
100%.
I'm looking at their schedule, too, and I know they're talking about him.
Yeah, who are the first two games?
Abilene Christian is the first game.
They'll manage that.
And then they travel to Oregon State, who was 2-10 last season.
Awful.
They're awful.
Awful.
So,
big road trip to Corvallis.
Pretty calculated risk.
What's game 3?
Houston coming to Lubbock. And then they have Sam Houston coming to Lubbock the following week.
I know ASU plays them this year at some point.
Yeah, in mid-October in Lubbock. They've got a pretty favorable schedule, man.
The backup recovering from a knee injury, but they're saying he's good to go now.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they're probably their toughest matchup in Arizona State. That's like I said, at home. They play Texas Christian at home.
I'll tell you what would be the funniest outcome to all this is I think it's Freeman is the backup there.
I'm not sure.
If that dude balls out in the first couple of games and then they bring back Sorsby and they struggle against a good Houston team and you end up with a legit quarterback controversy.
Yeah.
That'd be wild.
After you basically spent every cent of political and moral capital you have just to trot that guy out there.
Mm-hmm. At number 3, the College World Series is set as the final games were settled this afternoon. The teams headed to Omaha include West Virginia, Troy, North Carolina, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Alabama, Georgia, and Texas. There are no teams from last year's College World Series in this year's field, and UNC is the only team that has played in 2 of the last 3 College World Series.
2 teams that Tennessee beat in Texas and Oklahoma. 3 teams that Tennessee beat. Alabama in there as well. Georgia, a team Tennessee very well could have beaten.
And one of those 4 teams you just mentioned is going to be playing for the national title at some point.
Well, I just think it underscores to me how close we were this year. It's like this season was not a great season by Tennessee baseball standards, but it was not a miserable season. We go toe-to-toe with a lot of those teams that ended up making it. Also underscores the luck of the draw aspect and all that. I mean, Alabama's playing St. John's this weekend. Come on. That's probably what people said in 2024 when we played Evansville. But come on, man. Just rally behind this coach, get the staff right, get the roster right, and get the chemistry right. And let's go get back in this thing next year.
Yeah, I mean, I know, like, we don't want to do it for the NCAA tournament. There's an argument for it in college football. It feels like this is the biggest sport where you should reseed it, at least at the College World Series level when you get there. Like, not have the whole bracket set, especially because locations are dependent on that and whatnot.
Yeah, interesting.
You should.
You need to look at seeding the regionals a little better as well, and taking the geographical element out of it completely, and just
reseed the super regionals too.
Yeah, do a snake style seeding 1 through 16, 17 through 32, and maybe you can't do the 3 and the 4 seeds in your regionals, but you could at least do a better job of that.
I still stand by the SEC team. I think that could be the most dangerous to win it. I know a lot of people think Georgia. I think Ole Miss, man. I'm just.
Hey, they're not playing an SEC team unless they make the championship series.
I'm just impressed with them, how they conduct their business, everything else.
And Georgia irritates me just because they kind of remind me of a team I used to know around here.
Yeah. So how about Auburn packing in 10,000 fans to those games over the weekend?
Pretty cool.
A lot of cool scenes around the college baseball.
I was with you. I know it was kind of micro, but the uniform situation in Auburn and Ole Miss was weird.
You'd think they would coordinate that better.
Yeah.
The second game, Auburn was wearing their orange jerseys with white pants, and Ole Miss was wearing their red jerseys with white pants. They're both wearing blue hats.
Yeah.
And just on TV, it was very hard to tell which team was which. Whatever happened to the days where the road team just wore gray?
No kidding.
Yeah.
The other
simpler time, Russ.
While we're on it, these teams, I saw the NBA a couple of times, and you see in hockey now too. Like growing up, the home team wore white.
Oh yeah, that's anything goes.
Oh man, it drives me crazy.
I get it.
Wasn't there? I think Game 7 in the NBA Western Conference Finals, Spurs and Thunder, they both wore dark uniforms.
Yeah,
they did.
Thunder had blue, Spurs had black.
Yeah, so it's weird. Speaking of the NBA, at number 4, the Knicks could have the NBA championship almost in their grasp tonight, as Game 3 of the finals is tonight against the San Antonio Spurs at Madison Square Garden. Tip-off is at 8:30 on ABC, with the Knicks up 2-0 in the series.
Did you see where the Knicks auctioned off a pair of seats on Celebrity Row for tonight's game?
I did not.
Yes.
How much did they go for?
How much do you think?
Oh,
let's play a little prices right here on the drive.
Oh, I'm so bad at these games.
$35,000.
No,
a little more than that, Bobo.
$150,000.
A little bit higher.
$250,000.
Try $1 million.
$1 million. You're sitting down there next.
Winning bid was split by the law firm Gibson Dunn and Crutcher LLP and private equity firm Veritas Capital.
That's crazy. I guess private equity getting in on the Knicks courtside seat auction.
$1 million, VIP 10, row AA, seats 25 and 26, right of center court.
Man.
You'd be down there with Tracy Morgan and Chalamet.
I wonder where the president's going to be sitting.
Shams reported he's going to be in a suite.
Yeah, he'll be in a box.
Yeah, he's going to be in a suite.
Did you see Shams said he got got accosted. He dropped his earbud on the ground and went to get it. They swarmed him.
What?
Secret Service, yeah.
Yeah, man. They like shut down all the fan fests around.
What did they think
Madison
the
Square
iPod
Garden.
was?
They don't know. They just
there's a 10 blocks around Madison Square Garden in the heart of New York City are blocked off.
It's crazy.
You can't go inside without a ticket or credentials.
It's a crazy scene. And at number 5, a Port Charlotte man is asking help finding a 7-foot replica sandbar shark stolen from his front porch. Nate Winkler was out of town attending a cancer benefit when someone took Sandra, a fiberglass replica of the sandbar shark he caught and released alive on a deep-sea fishing trip in Fort Lauderdale 10 years ago. A missing person poster was made by his friend to let people know she was taken. Winkler did report Sandra went missing, and the piece cost about $2,500 to make and $4,000 to replace.
Real problem with stealing off the porch. I was walking in the neighborhood today. One of my neighbors had like 3 packages on their porch. I wanted to go and they're like, dude, are you crazy? Like, you got to get these things in.
Porch pirates are out there.
They're out there, man. They're everywhere. Like we had the neighborhood Facebook group page, and like everybody's got the Ring cameras, so they'll post shady looking characters coming up and absconding with their packages.
Yeah, I think it'd be funny not to take the packages, but like switch the packages.
You just want to prank someone?
Yeah, basically.
You should do that.
Yeah, you should go do that.
I think that'd be funny.
I don't know. Have you seen? There's people that leave bait packages for these people now.
Oh, that like explode in their face when they get them.
Yeah, there's a dude that takes it to like a whole. It's like multiple levels of misery. It involves like getting sprayed with like just god awful like skunk extract and
I'm for
glitter.
Or you should do this.
Mace.
You should do this.
No, I'd end up going viral. I'd look like a Smurf. Somebody'd explode.
You should do it.
The funniest part is with some of these people, they want to call the cops on the person. It's like, dude, you came up on the guy's property and tried to steal a package. That sounds like a you problem.
Thank you, Walker. That is the top 5 at 5, brought to you by ECR Total Landscapes. They're expecting some rain this week. That means everything's going to be growing out there. Grass, weeds, all of it. Let ECR Total Landscapes get your yard looking in tip-top shape. They'll take care of de-weeding your flower beds, leaf blowing, trimming, edging, mulching, all that stuff so that your yard will be in tip-top shape. Let them do the heavy lifting so your landscape looks great. Right now, Fan Run listeners getting 10% off the first month of the monthly maintenance package at ECR. All you got to do is mention promo code FANRUN. Reliable service, great results, and more free time for you. That's the ECR difference. Call them today at 865-384-2012 or just go online to ECRTotalLandscapes.com. Hour number 3 of The Drive underway. It's Fan Run Radio. I'm Russell Smith, Bob Baskerville, Bear, Walker, the gang all here on a Monday afternoon as we await the rain here at the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Flash flood watch in effect this evening. And we can go home and watch a little basketball.
I don't know. Did you guys, because that game was Friday night, so you guys probably haven't talked about it yet. Like, where does Victor Wembanyama passing it off the back of Steph Castle with 10 seconds left rake in like worst bundles in the finals?
J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith, Nick Anderson missing 4 free throws, Ray Allen shot type stuff. Like, it's bad.
Wemby has a not quite ready for prime time look about him right now.
Everyone does besides Dylan Harper, who's a rookie.
Yeah.
He's the only guy that looks comfortable.
I think a lot of it goes back to what they thought the beat-all, end-all was winning that Western Conference Finals.
Well, I think also, though, even in those games against Oklahoma City, they had a high team turnover rate. They're just a bunch of really highly athletic, highly skilled players that haven't kind of grown into their skin yet. You know what I mean? They make a lot of mistakes, and so we're seeing that happen. You know, I mean, Wemby's, all those comparisons you just dropped, Walker, they're fair. I don't think any of those guys were 22 when it happened. You know what I mean? They were a little more mature.
Just the one that sticks out is the Nick Anderson missing those free throws, because that's the closest comparison you can make, is they were super young when they played the Rockets. And then the only team that was this young and made the finals was like Bill Walton in the 70s, and how young that team was. Teams this young, they just don't win. Like, there's no way to quantify the moment until you're in it.
I think there's only 4 teams that have come back from a 2-0 deficit to win. And those other teams that have done that, because you mentioned Portland, that was one of them back in 77. Those teams, none of them lost their first 2 home games at home.
It's never happened with 2 teams losing at home twice.
Yeah.
That's never happened before.
So, but we're saying all this and the games were still really, really close. I mean, tonight, I've been one of the guys saying, like, man, it's going to be 3-0 in the blink of an eye. New York's going to blitz them. The place is going to be crazy tonight.
I think so. But
who knows, man? The way this script goes with the NBA and stuff, you never know.
Something crazy has to happen.
That's why
it's like a big shifting moment, like one play or like something similar to what happened to Wemby throwing it off the guy's back, where it's like this one moment like shifts the momentum of a series.
But you can see Vegas feels there's a little trepidation. What? It's a 1.5 point spread. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
So
should be a good game, hopefully.
Yeah,
I mean, it's going to be
so.
a madhouse down there.
And Trump in the stands.
Yes.
Yeah.
You ever met a president, Bob?
Trump.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, before he was president?
Yeah. Yeah, I've never met a president in office, but no,
How did your meeting with Trump go down?
He was a guest on Stern.
Ah.
Yeah, back when they liked each other.
Like you met him in person, or
yes.
He was always calling in to that show?
No. It was when the first iteration of the show, we shot it in a TV studio at HBO, and the guests would come in, and so he had a serious germ phobia thing happen, and then it's odd to me because now I watch how he shakes hands with people, and it's very like aggressive. Back then, he would only fist bump people because he was a germaphobe.
I feel him on that.
So. Yeah.
I guess you had to put that behind you if you're going to run for president. A lot of shaking hands
Probably
and kissing
true.
babies.
That's fair.
Yep.
Talk about 2 egos, Stern and Trump.
Yeah.
Wow. It's a lot.
But he's just talked about chicks all the time, like shagging chicks.
That is all they talked about. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Remember, like, just what a scandal the Lewinsky thing was, like Jennifer Flowers and everything. And now it's just... It's whatever, man. The president can have any sort of sordid past.
Did any of you
don't think it matters anymore?
Did any of you see the interview he did on Meet the Press with Kristen Welker yesterday?
Who, Trump?
Yeah.
No, I spent the whole day watching motor racing.
They did it in Iowa because he was up there for some sort of farm thing, and
it piss him off
as it tends to do. Well. It was a long interview. It was like 40 minutes long, and it was very civil till about the last 5 minutes, and then he went off. But what was happening before then was while they were doing the interview, they were in this barn that they had lit up nicely and everything, but massive storms, which happens in places like Iowa, and it was on a tin roof, or aluminum roof. And so it was so loud, they had to stop the interview down a couple of times. Trump was saying he didn't want it to stop. He's like, let's just keep going. But they were like they were raising their voices at each other just so they could hear each other.
Where were we at recently, dude? Was that?
We were at that barbecue thing, and it was just pouring rain.
On a roof just like that.
I wasn't there. I was.
This was wild. We were in this huge pavilion, just ginormous, probably 100 yards long. I mean, there was a football field. Well, no, there's half a football. So it was probably like 50 or 60 yards long, but and wide as a football field. We're right in the middle of it, and it is pouring rain as tin roof, and it was loud. Walker, you were in here, right?
That was the day I left.
That was Brett.
It was Brett, but you could hear it. I've gone back and listened to you can hear it on
pretty
air.
loud.
Yeah. Not too bad.
People said we never sounded better.
Stadium pulse. On the
pull
road.
anything off, bro.
865-966-3435. The big story, if you're just joining us, Brendan Sorsby granted an injunction by a judge. Found a good judge down there for Texas Tech. He'll be able to play after sitting out a 2-game suspension. My question is, if you find a guy that's going to let you play, why sit out a suspension at all? Just go ahead and play.
Yeah.
And so obviously that's got Tennessee fans in their feelings. Wait a minute. Why does he get to play and Joey Aguilar cannot play? Of course, they're different situations, but we asked the hot question this afternoon, and it has spurred some hot conversation on the show this afternoon. You know, what is going on right now on Earth 2 where Joey Aguilar is coming back for a second season? How excited would you be if it were Joey returning to run the show for the Vols at quarterback as opposed to the freshman situation we find ourselves in presently? 865-966-3435, your phone number to get on the show here this afternoon. Got to take a quick time out. We'll be right back. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
105.7 FM, 1340 AM. Online at fanrunradio.com and streaming on the free Fan Run Radio app. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Hey Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will
FanRunRadio.com and on your free Fan Run app. Also on YouTube, Fan Run Sports YouTube channel. Be sure to like and subscribe if you're watching over there. And if you missed anything, go back and check out the podcast. It's brought to you by Broadway Carpets. If you're looking to remodel this year or you're moving somewhere new, check out Broadway's wide selection of flooring and tile. Head to either of their 2 locations downtown on Broadway or West Knoxville, Kingston Pike near Pellissippi, online at BroadwayCarpets.com. I'm Russell Smith. Thanks for tuning into the show this afternoon. David on Twitter says Country Roads is West Virginia's Rocky Top. It's a feel-good rally song, not their official fight song. And Tyrann Matthew, the Honey Badger, has weighed in on X saying, can I return to college football? I only played 2 seasons, should have 2 more years left. Can you find me a judge in Louisiana who can see to it that Honey Badger gets to finish his last 2 years of college football? Who's going to say no?
I would. I don't want any part of you being back in the SEC, big man. Although Derrick kind of.
Remember the story about Honey Badger? Like, I don't know if he committed here or was going to commit here, but Kiffin brought him in 2009 and loved him. And he was a lightly regarded 2-star recruit that nobody, he's too short to play in the SEC, all that stuff. And Kiffin, I think, I can't remember the exact story. We'll have Ryan Callahan on tomorrow. Maybe he would recall this, but like maybe a silent commitment or something like that. And of course, LSU discovered him, and the rest is history. But yeah, Honey Badger could have worn orange.
Yeah.
He'd have been an all-time fan favorite here. Well, he liked to decapitate people.
Don't think it would have saved Derek Dooley's career, but no, would have been fun to see him in orange and white. Let's get DR Vol in here next as we go back to the busy phone lines. What's up, DR?
What's going on, guys? Bob, I'm going to quote to you what the Right Reverend Hugh Freeze once slid my DMs and said, "You make me laugh, brother." That comment about George McIntyre race to the bottom, I was in a Casey's with my headphones on listening, and I literally laughed out loud at that.
Oh.
The monotone in your voice, that was perfect.
I appreciate you, man.
I don't even know what you meant by the race to the bottom.
Well,
between him and Faison.
Yeah, him and Faison. If you were saying you were rooting for George, because I'm all on board with Faison right now.
And so we're just treating him like Sterl the Pearl or something now all of a sudden?
No. And I don't know where
Josh Heupel's waistline we're talking about. I mean, what are we doing?
I didn't bring any of that up. You guys seem to bring this stuff up and then immediately associate it as something I brought up.
Never said you brought it up. We're just calling attention to the fact that you're kind of insensitive about certain things, Bob.
Race to the bottom. I mean, it's a cold thing to say. The young man
It's an
chasing
accurate thing to
his
say.
dream. But you don't know that, DR. You don't know that.
I do. Bear, have you calmed down? I was worried about, the opening segment. I thought you were going to set the building on fire talking about Sorsby.
This just doesn't seem like a thing that should be happening right now.
I agree. It's a joke. It is a damn joke.
I mean, it's like I'm living in Bizarro world.
Wait a minute. Joke.
Well, I mean, we saw point shaving last year in Neyland. I did. I was there. I don't know if y'all were there for the Georgia game, but I mean, we got a former player at Arkansas. He needs to be investigated.
I saw Mad Max today online. He was hitting a 5-iron, it looked like, out on the practice field. You guys see that?
Yeah,
maybe he can do that when he kicks.
Did he push it?
I'll tell you what, dear, I got to push back. You can't just come on here and accuse somebody of our former kicker of point shaving.
I can do whatever I want. Look at Sorsby. I mean, there's no rules.
It's just no rules.
There's no consequences. I mean, Roach, you say all the time, what, if there's no consequences, the rules don't matter?
If there's no consequences, there's no rules. And I'm kind of liking this golf thing as an extra point. Like, who cares about kickers? I think, here's what we should do. The head coach should have to go out there, and wherever the ball is, you turn around and hit towards the other goalpost. So it's like a 70-yard shot. Yeah. From wherever the ball, whatever hash mark it's on, and the coach has to go out there and knock it through the uprights.
We're so cooked, man.
Even dumber than your sumo wrestler goalie thing.
Yeah. What do you mean that you wouldn't like to see Heupel out there with all the pressure on him? He's got to go out there, pull a club out of the bag. He could have like fake bear Jim Knowles as his caddy.
Oh, so it's not kicking.
No, it's not kicking. You're playing golf. Like you put the ball down and you whack it through the uprights.
You have to have a hell of a club to do that.
From what? Like 60 yards out?
To a football. I'm talking about a club hitting a football.
No, I'm talking about a golf ball. We top golf this thing.
Oh, actually.
No, this is
you can still raise the net.
Silly. I mean, did you go out and get high at the break or what? I mean, this is just silliness.
I love this.
Why are we letting these pencil neck geek kickers decide the game when the coach is out there? He'd swing a club. You imagine Fulmer back in the day.
Point?
You imagine Fulmer. We should get rid of the extra point.
Well, I don't know. What would Heupel be better at, that or being a sumo wrestling goalie? And I'll hang up.
Stop. What are you?
I knew.
See what you've done, Bob.
Either him or Bob was going to say that.
It's not you bring it up, Bob. Here's the problem that me and Russ have is that you've made these people think that this is a safe space for hurtful speech and negativity about body appearance.
God. He's the only one that has
which
hurtful
never,
speech on this show.
Ever been show fodder, allowed as show fodder.
Never.
No.
Meanwhile, last week, somebody over here was totally curb stomping Chaz Coleman about his look. But that's
He's
okay.
a grown man.
So are some of the people I'm talking about, dog.
He's a dog.
Are you raising your voice at me?
No, I'm just saying, don't act like this is the only source for this kind of talk on this show. That's absurd, man.
Russ was talking about his fashion choices, not his physical.
Yeah, Bob.
His physical person.
Okay, gotcha.
If Josh Heupel strolls out there onto the field with his drawers hanging out,
Russ is
his
gonna take him to
underwear
task.
showing, by all means, go ahead, rip the guy. But just because he's carrying a little extra girth these days, he's got a high-stress job. My man loves the buffet. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's not
He
nice.
eats a lot of stress along with a lot of pizzas too, Bob.
Oh my god.
Oh, see, that's
You guys
okay,
are
right?
horrible.
Yeah,
No, it's
fire off
not.
the facts.
It's
I'm
That's-
just
not
telling you.
nothing-
I mean, we're
it's
just
not
telling you what's
okay.
going on with the guy.
You say pizza, then I say Doritos, and I get totally
So
trashed.
you deliver it, Bob.
No, it's
Bear
not.
did say he needs to shave, and he looks.
Yeah,
not like
that's a
great coach with
grooming
shave.
thing, much like having your pants hanging off of
If
you.
Josh Heupel runs through that tee in a damn wife beater with his drawer, like his pants hanging around his knees, his boxer briefs, his BVDs hanging out, then by all means, rip away. I won't stand in your way. But that's different. That's not what we're talking about here.
The dude wears slides, man. That's okay for your coach.
I've never
He
seen
wears
him
slides.
does
Does he wear slides on the sideline?
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
no,
know.
not on the sideline, but no, I mean,
In general? Oh, that's fine. I wear slides.
Everybody wears
He's in an
slides.
athletic environment.
oh yeah,
You got foot hygiene is probably. I mean, athlete's foot.
Got to be athletic to run through
It
the
can be a
tee,
killer,
Bob.
Russ. It can be a
Absolutely.
killer.
I mean,
former
staph
quarterback.
infection. I mean, did you not hear Derek Dooley years ago talk about shower discipline, Bob? Cleanliness.
I mean, it costs
Critical.
I mean, it's
critical.
One of the other reasons, other than whatever the whole Penn State thing, whatever happened there
Oh,
with
Oh,
with
we
Shiano,
need to stop.
but he
We need to
oversaw
stop.
a horrendous
Okay.
outbreak of staph, MRSA, antibiotic resistant staph, Bob,
Man.
in Tampa Bay.
there were
okay?
much bigger problems at Penn State than
Yeah,
MRSA
yeah.
potential.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It's that apart from that, whatever happened there.
See, Kiffin's
there's a
wrecked
lot of things
Lexus.
happening in the shower.
Okay, thank you. On the
Oh
live
my-
chat,
oh my
Kiffin's wrecked Lexus says Heupel wears slides in those recruiting photos all the time.
Which is fine.
That's what I'm saying, though. It's like, so
Does
he's
he wear socks with?
no.
I know. I mean,
I don't know.
a serious
Hanging out.
question. Like, yeah, are we
There's
seeing
nothing
Heupel
wrong-
toes?
There's nothing wrong with the socks and slides look.
No, I think
great
I would
look.
prefer the socks and
It's a
slides.
great look.
I mean, the guy played
A little
major
more
college
professional.
football.
Great look.
I imagine his toes probably don't look real good. Think he's got hammer toe? Most of those guys are pretty big,
Oh my
beat up.
Oh my god.
I think Heupel has lovely feet.
Do you?
Oh, do you really?
I like to picture
Nicer
Josh
feet than
Heupel's
you?
feet immaculately pedicured.
You ever
I-
gotten a pedicure?
Walker, you mark my words. This will get spun by tomorrow into that I started all this stuff.
Well, I believe it, and
You
now I
kinda
know
did.
that Russell spends a significant amount of time thinking about how Heupel's feet look,
Yeah.
which is a little
Creepy.
weird.
Sure,
Yeah.
they're pretty nice.
It sounds like Bear does too.
I mean, if I were power ranking which Tennessee football coaches had the best looking feet through the years, I would probably put Heupel a close second behind Dooley.
Yeah.
Shower discipline.
I would put Butch Jones third.
It's critical.
I would put, and here's where it gets kind of messy. I would put. I'll go and put King Johnny fourth, even though he is an old guy, and
He's pretty
those guys.
fastidious.
Yeah, I think he's probably.
I mean, he's not Gump, who's probably chewing.
I'll
his
put
toenails.
Fulmer fifth, and then I'll put Gump sixth. I have no opinion on General Nealon or Bowden Wyatt's.
You think Jeremy gets his foot up his mouth and gnaws him?
I think
Butch probably had some version of foot girls.
I think Heupel had those.
He had some lifts.
Or,
in those shoes.
I'm sorry, Pruitt had probably those like yellow toenails, kind of cracked, and
God.
broken off.
The fungus,
Cornbread.
the Tolio.
Jeez.
That's what we always call
All
it.
right.
And Butch, without a doubt. I mean, Bob, he wore lifts.
I think Pruitt's
And a girdle.
toenails were looking like cornbread.
Cornbread.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean,
if I had to guess.
This is horrible.
The only thing Butch stopped short of was having like a fake 6-pack thing under his shirt.
I'd rather go back to talking about Heupel's weight.
Kiffin's wrecked Lexus asks,
his ass.
would interim coaches count in this equation too? What about Chaney and Brady Hoke?
Cheney would be at the bottom of the list.
Why do you say it? See, you're just like Bob. Why are you throwing off on the guy? Sure, he could probably stand to lose.
Just offering my opinion.
A few lbs, yeah.
I put an asterisk. I mean, you can't rank a guy who hasn't actually seen his toes since the Clinton administration on this list. That's not
Russ. I
I'm
bet
just
your
saying,
boy
like
Vitello.
there's got to be rules here. Let's not get into other sports. Tim
Good God.
is next.
Oh, my God.
Good afternoon, Tim. You're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio.
Yeah, after he dumped off Bill Battle, he probably had immaculate feet.
Oh, I mean, that man took care of himself.
That interview with SEC Mike last week, top-notch radio. I wanted to listen to it again immediately afterwards. I don't know. You have him on a couple times a year or what? He's good.
Yeah, love SEC Mike. Funny guy, very plugged in. And thanks for saying that, Tim. We will definitely move him up the pecking order on the Drive's recurring guest list.
And I've got a solution to your extra point problem and probably all the other problems. Whoever crosses the goal line with the football has to kick the extra point, just like rugby.
Oh.
So those guys got to learn how to kick.
I like
Then
that.
all problems are solved.
I like that.
What was
You
the
ain't
big
got
fat
time to
defensive
gamble.
lineman?
You ain't got time to.
He can kick.
But that
Whoever
that was
crosses
like,
the goal line, kicks the extra point.
football. People, well, why is it called foot when you never kick it? Like, kicking used to be a major part of the, like back in the black and white leather helmet days, because like Johnny Majors had to kick it, right? Like the halfbacks
kicked it as well.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a normal part of football, was halfbacks kicking the ball and kicking it early on second down. Field position was so critical back in those days.
It's critical.
But it's
Critical.
not as much these days.
Getting on baseball, I was ODing on Lone Stars down in South Texas, and I could tell Ole Miss and Auburn apart just fine. So it was great seeing the Auburn fans collapse. And then your Potts boys, I go on X to check on a mayoral election update, and all I see are Ewing, Clay Travis talking about the Braves Potts boy uniforms from the Pirates. Pirates look like real men in all black.
Oh,
So you Braves need a blackout day or something.
Those pirate uniforms back in the 70s,
they're good.
With the all yellow and the all black and that hat,
Weird
kind
painter's hat.
Yeah, that's a good look, man.
The Pirate uniforms on Saturday were just fine compared to those Posh boys from Buckhead. But anyway, I appreciate you guys.
A little respect, Tim. A little respect. That's the best team in baseball you're talking about. A little respect, please.
Yeah, you got you Clay Travis.
Hey, pull the plug on that clown. You're gonna come in here and talk trash about the
they're the
Braves.
The Braves are the champions of the first third of the season.
Oh no!
You think you're pretty funny, don't you?
No, it's just facts.
Funny
That's
guy.
all.
Braves are 45-21, 3 games up on the Dodgers, 3.5 games up on the Brewers.
It's true.
There are 3 teams in the NL with 40 wins, and in the AL, there is not a team with 40.
Where your Reds at?
Bad. Next question.
What's that, Bear?
Where the Dodgers at?
Huh?
I just said it.
We just
Next
said
question.
it.
Say it again.
Nope.
Why are you bringing it up? Because honestly, your team is not in the mentions right now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, gee, I wonder why, Bob, our future first ballot Hall of Fame right fielder, is
He's been out for a week.
currently got a broken rib.
Yeah.
He hadn't been feeling himself for a while, Bob. Okay? The heart of our team.
All those dead airs are good, guys. Did somebody say something?
We're having a conversation.
Quick timeout. The drive continues. The shocking conclusion coming up. Speak now, forever hold your peace. 865-966-3435. Back to wrap things up right after this.
The Drive. Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw, Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Did you know your Knoxville Smokies are halfway through their season? Yeah, only 6 homestands remaining. So, what are you waiting for? Don't miss your favorite promotions still to come, like Country Night, Father's Day, 4th of July, Christmas in July, free hot dog night, and so much more. And all summer, we've got all-you-can-eat Wednesdays, Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursdays, and fireworks every Friday and Saturday. So no more excuses. Head on over to Covenant Health Park next week and see your Smokies back in action. Get your tickets now at smokiesbaseball.com.
Tired of spending your weekends working in the yard? Let ECR Total Landscapes handle it for you. We'll take care of de-weeding your flower beds, leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more. Let us do the heavy lifting so your landscape looks great. Right now, get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you mention promo code FANRUN. Reliable service, great results, and more free time for you. Call us today at 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their
says, Lane's toes were immaculately manicured. Come on, Bitter Klinger. Manicures your hands, pedicures your feet. Get it right, bro.
Yeah, but he's not lying. I mean, I imagine Kiffin would. He's that vain.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He'd been one of those people that dip his feet in the fish thing, so he'd nibble on them.
Say Kiffin was in the tanning bed the day of that when we got smashed by Virginia Tech in the Peach Bowl that year.
Was that Virginia Tech?
Smashed! Yeah.
I thought it was Clemson.
No, it was Tech.
Man.
Wait, why is Vandy Dandy in the chat?
I don't know, because he won't call because he got outed. It's not really
like
dude.
Like you gotta come up with a new shtick.
Yeah,
sure, it's the same guy.
Like you want to have, and I'll give him credit. Like he did get over on us for a while, but he was exposed in tremendously embarrassing fashion.
By me, when I expose you, when I pull the Russell and expose you as a fake, a fraud, a phony.
Kiffin's wrecked Lexus says he wears slides in recruiting photos all the time. I mean, like in all seriousness, I think that's probably a relatable thing. Like the kids wear slides, he wears slides.
They're over there in the facility in the locker room.
He's connecting.
Okay.
sure they're team issue, Bob.
JV555 says Russ and Bear are acting like snowflakes.
Who's acting like a snowflake?
I don't know. How are we acting like snowflakes?
Because we want a return to civility in our country.
I mean, it's people like Baskerville that have just driven discourse in this country into the gutter.
We didn't know this before you joined up. I mean, you were supposed to be the what is it? Obi-Wan says to Anakin, you were supposed to bring balance, Bob. Save us from ourselves. But no. You brought a big snow shovel and you just like shoveling the dirt and filth up on us.
You ever thought that maybe I just succumbed to the tone and tenor of what was in here?
He was infected by the drive.
Exactly.
Big Dog West Tennessee says, my son and me were at the Mississippi State game last year, and my son saw Max Gilbert look into the stands. Then he tripped over his kicking tee and fell into the kicking net on the sidelines.
Is that true?
I don't think so. I did witness Max Gilbert, though, go into the porta potty on the sideline for a long time.
Could you imagine just the performance anxiety of being in there?
Oh, my God.
100,000 people.
And I mean, because I'm kind of keeping mental notes here.
It's because kids don't use troughs anymore.
It's so loud, though.
And it's very small, too. It's cramped.
But it's private.
It is private. Like, no one's looking at you.
Yeah, nobody can see you.
Yeah, but what if they came flying out of bounds? Mid-strain and knock the 10 over.
This is not like an episode of Jackass, man. It's not.
It was. It's not. It is not out of the realm of possibility.
I mean, that's what happened when Juwan Jennings got falsely accused of stepping on that Vanderbilt player's face with his cleats.
Have you seen this pile of crap?
He flew out of bounds and was trying to catch his balance over there.
In a related story, this is a 100% true and factual story. I heard it from a guy on the team. 2001 Florida game down there in the swamp. We finally won after 9/11. It was the 99 game. It was 99 or 2001. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've heard this story. But there was a player who, during the fourth quarter, a very key player, a player you would all know, played in the NFL for a long time, had to, nature was calling. And it was not, number one.
I've heard this story.
And so what happened, this is in crunch time during a close game. And so, he had a bunch of players form a ring around him on the sideline. And he dropped trowel and pinched one off right there.
Oh, my God.
Have you seen this pile of crap?
That's awesome.
That's horrible.
I would just left it there, just walked off.
Yeah. I don't know what he did with it. I don't know if this is like a dog park or something where you have to pick up after yourself, but he
my favorite one's the Paul Pierce one. Because I still think that's what it was.
That's a great sports conspiracy.
I think it's 100% true that he did not hurt himself. He just had to go to the bathroom, got wheelchaired off, ran back 5 minutes later.
Joshy Boy is next.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Joshy Boy. How you doing?
Hey, Russ. Hey, Paul. I'm doing good, Russ. How are you doing?
Just swell.
That's cool, bro. I didn't know you used to work for Stern. That's pretty cool, man.
We've only talked about it 100 times on the show since he joined up.
He worked with Stern.
Yeah.
Well, that was the first time I heard it today, so sorry, Bear.
Yeah,
it's all right. I appreciate it.
He wasn't a big fan of Bob's arms either.
I'm sorry.
He didn't like Bob's arms.
That's right. Yeah.
Ain't showing your arms either, Bob.
Maybe that's where it all began. If you feel I'm highly critical of
people's personal appearance.
It's critical.
I mean, it's first time. I mean, you king of all media, and you're critiquing how bad his arms look, Bob. That was kind of rude. Don't you think?
I didn't say that.
It was an interesting note to pass along.
They're talking about that Stern. Russell had heard Stern mentioning me by name on his show recently. So.
Oh, okay. So if Sorsby is going to be eligible to play, do you guys think they're going to go through with it? Do you think the NCAA, do you think they might step in and deny it?
Well, they've already tried.
Yeah, I don't think they can, man.
Preliminary injunction.
Suspended.
Yeah, I mean, this is a court of law.
Oh, they can't.
Yeah.
They should be trying everything in their power to, but I don't think they have much recourse.
So if Sorsby is going to be able to play after Bedden, I think Pete Rose should be in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
I mean,
he's eligible.
This is not a good thing. This should not be used as precedent to allow more gambling intrusion into the world of sports, Joshy boy. We need to be going the other way with it.
Pete Rose didn't bet on games as a player. He did it as a coach.
If you think Pete Rose wasn't placing wagers on baseball games when he was a player, I've got oceanfront property in Loudon to sell to you, Joshy boy. Come on now. Come on.
I mean, are we setting the precedent on that Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, and Roger Clemens shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame either?
Well, they're a different thing. They were juicers.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I don't think they deserve to
those
be
guys
in.
aren't in, are they? Are any of those guys in?
They're not.
Maybe a long time before they do. I think they might let those guys in after they pass away.
I think it's a good thing that baseball doesn't allow those guys in, man. I mean, you got to have some sport with some sort of, at least attempting to have integrity. I know baseball is hardly perfect, but
I mean, they've got whatever's going on out in L.A. with the Dodgers right now.
You got rules, and you have to abide by them. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Guys, I know I've made fun of Heupel a few times before with his weight. I just want the man to be healthy, kind of like everybody else does. I just want him to trim down.
He's plenty healthy.
And live a long while.
He's plenty healthy. He's plenty healthy.
He's a
You think so,
former
Rob?
varsity athlete, Joshy.
Yeah, I mean, I think he, just like a lot of us, could probably stand to drop a few pounds, but I don't look at him and be like, oh, my God, Josh, I'm worried you're going to drop
like 40,
dead.
50.
I'm not getting into that. Stop.
Okay.
Walker, let it be known. Wasn't me.
I wouldn't say anything ugly. I was
know.
merely inquiring if Russ had an idea of how much weight it would be healthy.
No one,
Joshy boy, continue.
No one here is
not show fault.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
There's no precedent for that.
Guys, I don't know about you, but I'm going to be pretty mad if Rick goes 0-2 against Mark Pope again this season. That's unacceptable. Have a good day.
Absolutely unacceptable.